Okay, hello everybody. Welcome back. It's been a while. It's been nearly 2 weeks, hasn't it? As usual, YouTube is telling me that I have no viewers, like it always does, and there's nobody in the chat yet, so I don't actually know if there's anybody here. But let's just assume there is. Yeah, it's been like 2 weeks. I'm getting withdrawal symptoms, man. But I have new shiny internet, which which is much better than the old internet and is hopefully going to hold up. However, because it's like so much better than my last one was, it means I've messed around with some of the settings. So, like, I've changed the bitrate and stuff like that. And I got my new internet on Wednesday, so I've had 4 days to sort all of the settings out, and I was going to do, like, a test stream that, like, only I could watch to, you know, make sure I got the settings right, and it was all going to be great. Me being me, I only did it, like, 20 minutes ago. So this is actually the test. This is the test. To see whether the settings are right or not, and whether, you know, the actual stream's going to hold together. But hopefully the internet shouldn't, like, fall apart like it did the last time. Yeah, so we've got shiny new internet. YouTube's still telling me there's nobody actually watching. That's good. I'm weirdly nervous. I'm not normally nervous. I think it's because I've got out of the habit. But even like when I did the first one, I wasn't really that nervous. But I think that was because I didn't think anybody was going to watch. So there wasn't really any pressure. And now it's like people have been watching. And if all of a sudden people aren't watching anymore, that's like, that's quite bad. Anyway. I'm really quite worried that I'm actually just sat here talking to myself. That's worrying me. I need, like, it's not so much that I mind about views, it's just I need confirmation that the stream's actually working. That would be nice. Anyway, if we switch over to the game before I forget, because I have a habit of doing that. So, last time, we got a pretty decent way through Redcliffe. We decided that we were going to, I decided that we were going to kill Connor rather than doing the blood magic ritual. Sorry, I'm just looking at the... There really actually might be nobody watching, you know, that's alright. Yeah, yes. We managed. I was going to say we managed to persuade a soul to let us kill Connor. We didn't really. We told her that we were going to kill Connor, and there's not a bloody thing she could do about it. And we did fight all of the suits of armor, didn't we? I had it in my head that we hadn't actually done that fight yet, and I was kind of dreading it because that's usually quite a horrible fight. But apparently we did it. So we need to head upstairs, and we need to. Well, we've got one viewer apparently. That's nice. Oh no, it's gone again. YouTube cracks me up sometimes. It's just like, you've got one viewer, you've got no viewers. You've got one viewer, you've got no viewers. Oh dear. Right, okay. So, if we... Hang on a minute, I'm going to quickly check something. Don't mind me. Yeah. Just making sure my internet's holding up. Because the new internet I've got, it's kind of interesting. Hey, we have one viewer. We have common misconception. Hello, common misconception. You've contracted my internet problems. Is that why it keeps telling me I've got like one viewer, then zero, then one, then zero? Is because you keep dipping in and out. That's all right. What was I going to say? There was something I was going to say. Can't even remember. There was definitely something I was going to say. What was I doing? I was checking something on my phone, wasn't I? Oh dear, I'm massively prepared for this, can you tell? Right, it was definitely something I was going to say. Oh my god. And Welsh Friend is here. Hello, Welsh Friend. I knew I could rely on you. Fred hasn't turned up yet. What an arsehole. Okay, so there was something I was going to say. Don't you hate it when there's something you're going to say and it goes completely out of your head? I was saying something about the internet. Oh yes, the new internet that I've got. It's a mobile SIM card router thing. So you just buy the router and then you get an unlimited data SIM card, just like a normal mobile SIM card, and then you plug that in. and it's so much better. It's so much better. But I have noticed something about it, is that the upload speed is like way better than my broadband was. But it jumps about really erratically. Like it jumps between about 15 and about 30. Like quite dramatically. So I've got the bitrate set like... I've got the bitrate set like at the low end. I don't know if it's going to affect the stream or not, but you know, just let me know if it starts to get pixely or fall apart or something, and if I need to, you know, if I need to change the settings, just, you know, let me know. Okay, so we're going to head upstairs. Need to go and tackle this demon. Oh dear, it's good, man. I need to get back into the swing of it. I feel a bit weird. I feel a bit nervous, and I'm not normally nervous. I normally just like, you know, come in and just kind of wing it. But I feel weirdly nervous, and I think it's because we've had like the nearly 2-week break. It's odd. It's good to be back though. It's good. I like it. Right, let's go in here. This strangely large 4-poster bed. The beds are weird in Dragon Age, right? That's a weirdly large bed, right? Not just me with a weirdly thin mattress. And the mattresses in Star Trek. Don't the mattresses in Star Trek look really uncomfortable? I always think that you're like, you know, in the future and everything's meant to be really advanced and better, and I'm always just like, but the beds just look so uncomfortable. Anyway. Hey! There's some skeletons trying to kill me. I'm just reading the chat. Oh yeah, also let me know if the sound's a bit too loud. Actually, it's a bit too loud for me, so I might turn it down. There we go, that's a bit better. Right. Is Wynne fighting with swords? Why is Wynne fighting with swords? I know I did give Wynne swords, didn't I? Because... Oh my god, is Morrigan fighting with swords? No, she's not, but Wynne's fighting with swords. Hang on, we'll sort that out in a minute. I've also forgotten how to play the game in the 2-week interim, so that's good. Yeah, I know we did give Wynne swords because our inventory's really low. So I know we did give her swords to like free up our inventory a little bit, but I wasn't expecting her to actually like fight with them. Wynne, could you please like, you know, as cool as it is to see you fighting with swords, it's pretty badass, but could you please like not? Yeah. No, she's going back to the swords even when I put her on our thing. She wants the swords. I mean, I can't blame her. It's pretty cool fighting with swords. But yeah, okay, we'll have to do something about that. Maybe I just need to stay on Wynne to make sure that she doesn't, you know, misbehave. Right, right. Put a nice bit of cone of cold. Was there anyone left? There's only one left. Bit of a waste of a cone of cold. That, look at her, she's determined to fight with those swords. Hey dear. I know I sometimes go down the route of making Wynne an arcane warrior and giving her the, is it the armour of diligence or something like that, and a massive sword, and she is pretty cool. It's pretty cool like that. Okay, so carry on in. I can't remember where the demon is. The demon's like through that way, isn't she? I think. Is she? And then this way is just like bedrooms, I think.
Ladder so you can get off my back.
Yeah. Sorry, I keep clearing my throat because I haven't been recording anything. So I've got out of the habit of talking. So my throat's gone a bit. I've been off work this week as well, so I've like not been talking to anybody. I always think it's been an odd week. I always find when I have a week off work, it can go one of two ways. Either I like make the most of it. Oh god, I'm gonna have to get rid of some stuff. And like, you know, I'm very productive and do lots of really productive things. And you know, and do lots of stuff, and it's really good. And other times I just go into complete hibernation mode and just like, you know, eat rubbish and stop doing the housework and stop getting dressed and just stay in bed all day. And that's kind of been the week I've had, to be honest. And it's been quite rainy as well. I think autumn's finally got here, so the weather's been a bit shit. So I've not really been letting the cats out, so they're quite stir crazy, and they keep looking at me all reproachfully, like, you realise this carpet hasn't been vacuumed in days, right? Have you seen the state of this flat, woman? It's in a bit of a state. I think I'm gonna have to spend tomorrow just cleaning the place up, because it's just been that kind of week where I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna stay in bed this week. That's just what I'm gonna do with this week. Anyway, sometimes you need a week like that, don't you? There's nothing wrong with that. Thursday, I didn't get dressed. I didn't really get out of bed. I spent most of the day lying in bed watching episodes of Chicago Med. That's what I did. And I got to the end of the day and I was like, I think this is a cry for help. And you've spent all day in bed watching episodes of Chicago Med. It's like, I mean, wasn't even watching anything intellectual, like, you know, Doctor Who or something. Anyway. But that's alright. That's alright. It's alright to sometimes have a week like that, so long as it doesn't become like a habit. When it becomes a habit, you call that depression. But just having a week like that sometimes, you know. It's alright, isn't it? Right, okay. So, oh, stop telling me my inventory's full. What can we get rid of? What can we get rid of? What do we not need? It must be something like... Nature salve, we don't need that, that's rubbish. We don't need a fancy vase either, to be fair. But I just don't like to leave you know, a chest sparkling. It's not good, is it? You don't like a sparkly chest. Makes the level feel incomplete. Right, so... There's things that want to kill me, apparently. Hello, things. You would have been perfect for a cone of cold there if I had one. Unfortunately, I need to rely on Morrigan for such things. Ah, dear. Has Fred still not showed up? Is he dead? It's not like Fred to be this late. Maybe he's not speaking to me anymore. Right, okay, so... that was a pretty good cone of cold, that was. We got all of them there. I love a good cone of cold. Is Wynn still fighting with our swords? She is as well. There's no getting them off, I know. She's just like... obsessed with them, so she has to put them away to cast spells though, which I feel like that's a bit inconvenient. Right. That's the vault. I like the vault. It's what we get lots of cool stuff in. I think there's just the two of you at the minute, you know. I think we might have lost some of our regulars with me disappearing. Oh, stop telling me things full. Right, get rid of the frozen lightning. I'm just reading the chat. Right. We had a lot of health potions on him. That was quite good, wasn't it? Right. So... That was 50 XP to unlock that. My lockpick must be really good. I didn't think it was that good. Oh, there's loads of good stuff in here and my inventory's full. Oh, that's no fun. Is there anything I can give to anybody? I think I've already given her extra stuff, haven't I? Alistair, giving you other stuff. Wynn, we've given her our knives that she really likes. Really loves our knives, does Wynn. Morrigan, we haven't given Morrigan anything. We can give her, like, a couple of daggers. Do you think she's going to start fighting with daggers now? I bet she is. I bet she is. Nothing else we can give her, can we? Got a hat we could give her or anything. I mean, I've got some studded helmets. You can have that if you want. I don't think it's really going to help you, but you know. You know, just to clear the inventory like a little bit. Tiny, tiny little bit.
I'll get on.
Because there's good shit in here, man. There's Eamon's shield. There's a wooden kite shield. We don't need that. It is iron bark, but we don't need it. Oh, shit. Okay. 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 You know, YouTube's only telling me that I've got one viewer, so it doesn't recognise one of you. It doesn't think that one of you is real. Just so you know. I don't know which one. I don't want to speculate, you know. But there's one of you. It's like, no, that's not a real person. Get rid of that. Don't need that. Get rid of that. Don't need that. Get rid of them. Who needs them? And then take all of that. Excellent.
Got it.
Oh man, there's too much good stuff. I mean, I'm never going to use either of those, but still.
Better than later.
It's not going to let me take them, is it? Viridium chainmail's really good. God's sake. What can we get rid of? We can get rid of the blank vellum. We can get rid of the fancy vase that we got rid of something else for so that we could carry it. Fred! You're here! We thought you were dead, my love. We thought you were gone. We were like, where is he? He's the one who holds the rest of us together. Hello, Fred, my dear. Welcome back. I feel like it's been ages since we talked. I feel like we haven't even messaged that much, have we? Which is probably my fault. I've had a bit of a weird week. Right, okay. Get rid of the greenstone. We don't need that. Take all of that stuff.
I'll get on it.
And we'll take the Chevalier's mace. And that's us. Done. This infantry is really starting to piss me off. Really starting to annoy me. Right, okay. So, drop a quick save because I believe the demon is just up around the corner. And there's Connor. Hello, Connor, my dear. Are you okay? Let's just ignore these corpses lying around you who are totally not going to come to life and try and kill us at any point. Hello!
Go away. She won't like you being here. She'll just try to hurt you.
Okay. Who are you talking about?
The scary lady who speaks to me in my dreams. She's quiet now. She's never very far.
Oh, the poor lad.
I tried to stop her, but I can't. She said she'd help Father. I didn't think she'd hurt everyone. Honestly, I didn't.
Okay, I've just turned my sound up a tiny bit because I can't really hear him. So do let me know if the audio levels are bad or good or whatever. Okay, do you know what she is, Connor?
She's a bad person. I heard her in my dreams. And then she was everywhere.
She's not a person, she's a demon. Hey, Dora, demons are people too, man. I need to help your father. I'm not here to cuddle you. I want to stop her, but I don't want to hurt you. Yeah, she's not a person, she's a demon.
Sometimes she's nice. She says she just wants to help me. But then she gets very mean. Demons are liars.
I don't think they are liars, you know. I think they just manipulate us, which is, you know, subtle difference. I'm afraid this has to end now. Does she have a name? Yeah, does she have a name?
She won't tell me. She says names have power.
Okay, yes, so, bad news, Connor. But, I'm afraid you're not getting out of this alive, my dear.
Is that why you're here? Are you going to kill me? She said you would. What's going to happen to me? When I'm dead?
That's a very deep question. Nobody knows for certain, Connor. Dwarves say we return to stone when we die. Your chantry says humans return to the maker. I'm not here to answer stupid questions. Ooh, I don't know. I feel like I'm not here to answer stupid questions is the kind of thing Dora would say, but at the same time, is she that heartless? I mean, she's not heartless, she's just a bit blunt. I don't know whether she would actually say that to him or not. Let's go down the your chantry says humans return to the maker route.
He always seems so scary. Will he be angry with me? I hope not. Is it going to hurt much?
Probably, yes. No, no, I'll make it quick, my dear.
At least no one will be hurt anymore. And maybe Father can be helped. That's all I wanted. Just do it then.
I need you to help me or I may not win. Oh dear. Close your eyes, Connor. I can't attack a child. Yeah, close your eyes, Connor. Of course we know it's not going to be that easy, but you know.
You'll never win. You'll never take him. He's mine.
Oh, oh, oh! Hello, darling. Right, okay. Oh, she spawned like with her back to us. That's not very nice. Right, okay, so, do we have a plan for this desired demon, or should we all just kind of attack her? I think if we get Morrigan to do a bit of a cone of cold, be a good starting point, and she just throws Alistair. I swear she does that on purpose. It happens too many times for it to be a coincidence. Right, and then if we all just like attack her, I'm assuming the corpses are going to come to life at some point. Wow, she's going down quite quick. And then she disappears, and then the corpses attack us. Yes, I remember this. And Wynn's got our swords out. There's no price of those swords off her now that I've given them to her. Right, okay. Yes, and Morrigan's got her swords out as well. So in case you missed it, Fred, I gave swords to Morrigan and Wynn because my inventory is full and I needed to free up some space. And now they're refusing to use their mage staffs. They just instantly switch to their swords. Even if I tell them, go back to your mage staff, if I then come off her again, she's probably going to get her swords out. Yeah, there she goes. They just really want the swords. Right, I'm assuming the demon's going to come back at some point. Hello, darling. Get behind her. Give her a bit of a stab to the old tailbone. Yeah, this fight is surprisingly easy. Playing on normal difficulty is, like, really easy. Oh, and here come a couple of rage demons. I'll tell you what, Wynn, if you do a bit of a group heal, and then Morrigan can do some Winter's Grasping. If we can get a couple of them in a cone of cold, that would be useful. There we go. And they should go down relatively quickish. Yeah, playing on normal almost feels a bit too easy, actually. I don't know whether I should put it up or not, but there again, I kind of want to get through it quite quick. Yeah, that's a good point. I'll say it's easy now. Yeah. Give you a bit of a stab in the back, love. But it's just a lot of the fights that are normally not as easy seem quite easy. But then I've played on normal difficulty before. Because I sort of got bored of playing on harder levels. Oh, there he is.
Stop! Stop! Don't hurt him! Please, have mercy on him. He's just a boy. He doesn't deserve this.
This is my least favourite bit. I really hate this bit. I mean, I know I say that I hate assault, but still. This is necessary. I will not resort to blood magic. You would rather the demon keep your family hostage. You have another solution. Get out of the way before he recovers. Yes. Would you rather the demon keep your family hostage?
No, of course not. But this is my son's life. There must be another option. The circle must know some spell, or we could bring him to the cathedral in Benelem. They could exorcise him. Make her help me. There must be some other way. Don't kill my baby. I'm begging you.
Oh, it's horrible, isn't it? Isn't it horrible? Right, okay. What about your husband? What if our Lehman dies? We may not have time for another solution. Move aside. We must destroy the demon. Very well, we'll use another option. I think, so at this point, can you actually change your mind and go back to the blood magic ritual and therefore get the battle and the fade? I actually don't know. I've never tried that before. But that would be a good way of, like, getting extra experience, wouldn't it? I don't know if that's a thing we can actually do. We're not going to. Okay, right. This is Dora we're playing as. She's very direct. She's very blunt. We're just going to say, move aside. We must destroy the demon.
No, it doesn't have to be this way. I know what's at stake, but you can't tell me it's worth his life. You're a woman. What if this was your son? Tell me you wouldn't move the mountains to save him?
To be honest, I don't think Dora's really the maternal type. Right. Okay. Now, you can let Isolde kill Connor, which I feel like is the better thing to do, morally. And you just sort of get a cutscene where you kind of walk out and the door closes and then she comes out and Connor's dead and, it's all quite, And that is the better option and it is the option I normally go for. But this is Dora we're talking about. And I feel like in Dora's mind, just knocking the woman out and killing Connie's self, probably what she's more likely to do, she's not going to say, please don't make this harder than it is. Right? Dora's not going to say that. That's not a thing she's going to say. And she's not going to do the whole, you're right, I can't do this either. Okay. Okay. This might be the most controversial decision I'll make in the entire game. Okay. Yes. This needs to end now, my dear. I'm so sorry.
No. Please,
It's quite impressive that Dora managed to reach her, to be honest. Oh, God.
What have you done?
Okay. I did what I had to do. Oh, God, this is so horrible, isn't it? This is so horrible.
It was just a boy. He did. I tried so hard to save him. And what am I left with? Nothing. I wonder just how long Eamon will survive, now that the demon cannot sustain him. Will I lose my whole family, do you think? Enough. I wish to mourn my son now. Give me that at least.
Okay.
So it is over. Connor is dead, and the demon gone with him. With its creatures vanquished, the castle is back under our control. I thought I'd never see my brother again.
My son, your nephew, is dead. Do not forget that in your great relief, Tigan.
How could I, my lady? Eamon has much to mourn if he recuperates. There is still the matter of Jowan. His poisoning Eamon began this whole mess, yet he lives. I must decide what becomes of him. We will hold him for Eamon to decide his fate. If he doesn't recover, Jowan's fate is sealed. What do you think?
I think I'm sick of people passing off their responsibilities onto me. Because honestly, that happens a lot in this game. That, like, he's the ban, right? He should be making this decision, and instead he's just like, random Grey Warden, what do you think I should do? Like, God's sake. Grow a pair, man. Right, okay, yeah, do whatever you want with him.
Very well. I shall have the mage imprisoned again for now. But our task is not done yet. Whatever the demon did to my brother, it seems to have spared his life, but he remains comatose. We cannot wake him.
The urn. The urn of sacred ashes will save Eamon.
Okay, I've just seen that you've said turn up the volume, Fred, so I've turned it up a little bit. Do let me know if that is better. Right, oh my god, I can actually say Lady Sold promised me a reward. I feel like that would be in poor taste. Is there some other way to heal him? The owner's a legend, it might never be found. And I suppose you want me to help search for it. Yeah, let's say that.
If your business leads you elsewhere, I cannot hold you here. But I hope you want to restore Eamon as much as I.
My husband funded the research of a scholar in Deneran, a brother Genetivi. He has been studying the inscriptions on Andraste's birth rock. When Eamon fell ill, I sent the knights to speak to Genetivi. I hoped that he had finally discovered the location of the urn of sacred ashes itself. They were unable to locate Jenny TV. In desperation, I sent more knights in search of the brother, or some clue of the urn's location.
Okay. Yes, the volume is not equal between the cutscenes and the fights. That is a recurring problem, but I've got a twiddly thing on my headphones where I can change the volume. So I can, like, put it up during cutscenes and put it down during fights. So we can just, like, you know, twiddle it about as and when we need. Right. Okay, I'll see if I can find the urn. We'll add it to the to-do list.
No one else can. Even if I wish to do it myself, I cannot abandon Redcliffe to its own devices. Perhaps you could seek out the brother's home in Denerim and see if any clues remain on his whereabouts. It is the only place to begin the search, I think. I must go to the hall and begin rebuilding. I wish you luck, and may the Maker go with you.
Okay, Windus approves. Zevran approves. Zevran's not even here. Stead approves. Morrigan approves. Nobody else has an opinion, apparently. I mean, Alistair will soon enough. Okay. So, there's Eamon. They haven't even taken him out of his clothes. They haven't even taken his shoes off. I mean, how, man? Come on. Yes, I will definitely forget to reduce the volume during fights, don't worry. It's a thing that will totally happen. Okay. Oh, and there's the Desire Demon, which I suppose is actually technically Connor. Like, that's gonna be Connor's body, isn't it? Probably. That's a bit creepy, especially since he died next to a load of toys. Anyway, Alistair's gonna have an opinion. Yeah, Alistair is definitely gonna have an opinion. Oh dear, I'm looking forward to that conversation. Alistair has an opinion whatever you do. Alistair's pissed off if you kill Connor. I mean, he's equally as pissed off if you kill Isolde. He's just funny like that, is old Alistair. Right. But there is a way around it, which I shall highlight to you when we get to that conversation. Everybody leveled up, I just realised. Should we level everybody up? Let's do that. Dexterity and cunning. And what do we want? 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 Do we want? Should we do dual weapon expert? That sounds like a good one. Strength and dexterity. I think we picked up some shiny new armour for Alistair as well. And magic and willpower. What do we want to give Win? We should give her some more like attacky stuff. Well, I was getting up in Spirit, wasn't I? Should we get our heading on towards Fireball? Because I think one of them needs Fireball, and I think it's, you know, Morrigan's more going to be focused on the lightning-y stuff. I'm just reading the chat. Right, okay. Magic and willpower and Morrigan. What do we want? 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 Misdirection Hex, that's a good one. Go with that. Right. I put a lot of thought into those level ups, you could probably tell. Oh, the suits of armour have stood back up again, that's good. Hopefully they're not going to attack me again. And there's Bantegan being far too cheerful. I always think he's like far too cheerful considering his nephew's just died. Right, like he seems to take it a bit too well. He's a bit too happy. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I know the demon's gone and everything, and that's kind of a good thing, but he's a bit too ecstatic about the whole situation. I'm like, just, you know, chill out a bit. In fact, actually, I think he seems, to me, more upset if you kill Isolde than if you kill Connor. Which I find weird. We'll head back to Redcliffe Village. Oh, hang on, we'll get ourselves a sexy cutscene.
Sire, I have more news. Yes. Well, it seems that the fighting has gone
Enough.
exactly as you...
I would like to know what you intend to accomplish, Father. Should we not be fighting the Darkspawn instead of each other?
The nobility should be brought into line and then the Darkspawn defeated. This is no true blight, Honora. Only Kaelin's vanity demanded it be so.
Beg pardon, sire. But blight or no, we may not have the manpower to face the Darkspawn soon.
Kaelin approached your legions for support, did he
Never!
not?
Marek and I drove those bastards out! Not roll out the welcome for them now!
We need help, Father. We cannot deal with this crisis alone.
Ferelden will stand on its own! I will lead it through this, Honora. You must have faith in me.
Did you kill Kaelin?
Kaelin's death was his own doing.
Oh, look at those eyes. I love Honora. Some people really don't like Honora. I love her. I think she's a great character. Okay, so we'll go and sell all of our stuff first. I think that would be a good starting point, and then we'll, you know, finish up all of our things like, you know, Thingy and Hooja and what's Madoodle and Hooja Thingamabob. Yeah, all of those things. All those things we need to finish up. You know what I'm talking about. Sit there thinking, no, don't know what you're talking about. I'm not the faintest idea, love. Right, Owen, we'll go and talk to Owen because we got his daughter back, didn't we? And we can sell him all of our shit. And we can get the Chanter's Board quests. And then I think we're probably going to head to Denerim. And, you know, get started on some Denerim quests. That seems like the logical place to go next. Right, okay. Hello, Owen.
My Belena returned. She told me of your daring rescue. I can't begin to tell you how grateful I am. Take this. A reward for your deed. It's dwarven made and should serve you well.
Okay, yes, thank you. I don't think I can actually fit it in my inventory.
Thank you again. I'm forever in your debt.
Okay, can I sell you me stuff,
You're
please?
welcome here, friend. What can I do for you?
Knowing what Magpie is talking about isn't really important. Thank you, Welsh friend. Thank you for that. Because I don't know what I'm talking about most of the time. So, okay, right. Sell all of me shit then. Sell that. Sell that. I don't really need any of this stuff, do I? Probably. Sell all the short bows. Sell that one. We'll keep the fox's bow because it might be better than whatever I've got Liliana. Wielding. You can have all my leather helmets. Probably sell most of this, can't I? Sell that. Sell that. Sell that. Keep Eamon's shield because Alistair might want it. I've got so much leather armor. This is from the militia who all died, isn't it? Sell some of this stuff. I'll do like a proper clear out of my inventory when I get back to camp, and I'll like sort everybody else's equipment out and stuff like that. Just now we're just getting rid of a decent amount of stuff so that I can, you know, take Wynn's swords off her because she's lethal with them. just get rid of them, woman. You don't want them. Should we keep our hat on? We'll keep our hat on for now, even though it looks stupid. We can take Morrigan's hat off. Take her swords off her. I'm afraid your moment of glory is gone, Wynn. And then... that's what you're meant to be carrying, isn't it, love? And we'll take those ones off her. And Alistair, I gave him a big sword, didn't I? Yes. I'm afraid I'm taking your big sword off you, Alistair, my dear. Right, okay. Excellent. So that should, you know, tide us over until we can get back to camp and talk to Bodan. Hello, love.
Thank you, my lady. I'd never have been able to return to my father if it wasn't for you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Sorry, I was on Wynn there. She was talking to Wynn. You're giving Wynn the credit. Wynn's not the leader. I'm the leader. Buy the boots of diligence from Owen. That's a good idea. That, Fred. See, this is why I keep you around.
You're welcome here, friend. What can I do for you?
Boots of diligence. Assuming he's got them. He got them. Yes, there they are by then. Excellent. Anything else interesting? It's got some runes and stuff. Ooh, Pyromancer's brand. I don't think that's actually very good. It just sounds sexy, but it's not actually. Right, okay. Get back out. We'll go and talk to Bella. Well, we'll go to the Chanter's board. Yeah, we'll just accept all of this stuff, and then we'll like probably stumble across them out in the world and forget that we've accepted them, and you know, just kind of end up doing stuff, don't you? You have absolutely no idea why you're doing any of it. It's just like you just pick up all of these quests. You're just like, I'm probably doing this for somebody, but I can't remember. You're highlighted on my map, so I spoke to you. That kind of thing. There's the Mage's Collective bag somewhere around here as well, isn't there? Over there. There we go. Pick ourselves up lots of delicious side quests, because everybody loves a delicious side quest. And just realised Dora does not have her swords out. There we go. Right. Yeah, we will go and talk to Bella. There's nobody in the chantry we need to talk to, is there? I don't think there is. And then I think we're done in Redcliffe for now. So we might go and do some of the side quests. Some of them are going to pop up on our world map, and then we'll head into Denerim, and we'll at least start the Haven quest. I don't think we'll do it straight away. We might go somewhere else first, but we'll start it at least. Right, where is she? Where are you? Oi, where are you? Woman, where are you? Oh, there you are. Bella, hi.
Too bad what happened to Lloyd. Couldn't have happened to a nicer fellow. I guess that makes it my tavern now, doesn't it? And that's thanks to you, Warden. I admit, for a while, I didn't think either of us would survive. It's good to see you did.
Okay, it's good to see you too.
Anything I can get you?
Supplies.
Fair enough. Let me see what Lloyd stored in the back. You can help yourself.
Yeah, and she just gives me all of this stuff for free. Because she's good like that. We may as well just take it all. Even if we're not going to use it, we could just sell it because we're getting it for free. Although it makes me worry about the future of the tavern. She clearly doesn't have the best business sense in the world. She's just giving everything away for free. But you know. Yeah, that's everything, I think. Head back to camp. We'll probably talk to Alistair. Have a catch up with everybody. Sort all of our inventories out. Give out some gifts, you know, do all the general shit. And then we'll maybe go and do some side quests. And then we'll head into Denerim. That's how I'm feeling at the minute. Reading the chat, don't mind me. It's not the most active live stream we've ever had, I'll be honest. I think the 2-week break didn't do us any good, but that's alright. That's alright. Right, we'll head out this gate because it's faster. And yeah, we've got all of these little side quests that have popped up on our map. We might just go in there, deal with all of that. But we'll head back to camp first. And we'll get a telling off, I imagine. Yeah, there we go.
Now that we're back at the camp, I want to talk about what happened at Redcliffe.
Okay, you were there, you saw what happened. I don't want to discuss it right now, what's on your mind? Yeah, you were there, Alistair, you saw what happened.
Yes, I know. I've had some time to think about it now. You killed Connor. You killed him. A little boy. How could you do that?
Okay. So Alistair has a go at you, whether you, like, whatever you do. I feel like there was a missing option there. Because there is a way that you can get out of this conversation. Are you saying I should have used blood magic? Maybe you missed the part where he was possessed by a demon. I didn't enjoy it, Alistair. Yeah, maybe you missed the part where he was possessed by a demon.
You could have let the Arlessa sacrifice herself. Lady Isolde is the one who started all of it, isn't she? Blood magic or no, if one of them had to die, it should have been her. This is the Arl's son we're talking about here. What do you think he'll say when we revive him?
Yeah. So he yells at you even if you let Isolde die instead. Like, you literally can't please him. But normally, when he first approaches you, there's an option that says, I think it all worked out for the best, or something like that, or I think it all worked out rather well. Which I believe is only meant to be there if you pick, like, if you manage to get, like, the perfect option where you go and get the mages and they come and do a ritual and nobody has to die. But I don't know if it's bugged or something. But if you pick that option, suddenly he, like, completely, like, backtracks and goes, oh, I just wanted to thank you because, you know, you made it all turn out for the best and all of that kind of stuff. But that option is normally there, even if you kill Connor or Isolde. And it means that you can get out of this conversation without any disapproval from him. But it hasn't turned up this time, and that's weird. But I don't know if it's like an approval thing, because he already doesn't like me, so maybe that's why it hasn't turned up. Because me and him haven't been really getting on that well anyway. We are about to get a shit ton of disapproval from him, by the way. Like, really a lot. Right, this was all for his benefit. He'll see there were larger things at stake. I don't really care what he says. Maybe we shouldn't revive him then. Maybe you're right, I don't know. Yeah, you'll see that there were larger things at stake.
I just don't know how you could do it. How you could make that decision. I owe the Isle more than this.
Okay, so this is about you and him and not me at all. I honestly did the best I could. Alistair, a decision had to be made. I made it. That's the option I usually go for because it's true. Like, somebody had to make the decision and nobody wanted to. Alistair was not going to step up. Even flipping Ban Tegan was not going to step up, and really it was his responsibility more than anybody else's. Even Isolde was just like, oh yeah, I'm just going to let you decide, even though it was her son. I mean, you know, she was the Arlessa. Technically, she had the authority to just kind of stand up and make the decision herself, but she didn't. She still let me choose, which I think is weird. But yeah, we could do the cunning option, though, couldn't we? This is about you and him and not me at all. No romance between Dora, Bella and Alistair. No, sorry, Fred. I don't think Dora and Alistair are going to get on that well at all, to be honest. Although the trouble with that is I want her to persuade him to do the ritual with Morrigan at the end. So by the end of the game, they are going to have to like each other. Otherwise, he's never going to agree to it. But we can sort that out later. Yeah, so this is about you and him and not me.
No. Well, maybe. I don't know. I suppose it's done, isn't it? It'll have to be enough. Oh, why am I getting on your back about it? You did what you had to. It's just all this death. Never mind. Let's just stop there before I do more than shove my foot in my mouth like an idiot.
Okay, that was only 14 disapproval. Usually it's like bloody 25 or something if you like really go at him. Right, okay. So, thing is, you can reverse that quite easily because I've got his mother's locket that we'll give to him in a minute. So, you know, you can kind of talk him down a bit with that. But yeah, there's usually an option when he first approaches you and it's something like, I think it all worked out for the best, or I think it all worked out quite well. And he sort of suddenly deflates and just kind of goes, yes, I just wanted to thank you, and then the conversation ends and he actually approves rather than disapproves. But it may not have turned up because he already doesn't like me. That might be a thing, because yeah, we're already in technically we're in neutral, but we're heading towards the red there a little bit, so yeah. Right, anyway, we've got some gifts to give though, so we might be able to reverse all of this nonsense. Because the stone dragon statuette is Alistair's, isn't it?
Is that for me?
Yep.
Wow.
And then, are steel braces for Alistair or are they a generic one? I feel like... yeah, I feel like Sorry, I'm reading the chat at the same time. I think they're a generic one.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
They may have been, I'm not sure. And should we give him his mother's amulet? This will get us back in the good books.
Oh, this is my mother's amulet. It has to be. Why isn't it broken? Where did you find it?
Yes, I found it in the study.
Oh, the Arl study? Then he must have found the amulet after I threw it at the wall. And he repaired it and kept it. I don't understand. Why would he do that?
Sorry, I'm just checking my phone. Maybe meant to give it back to you. Maybe you mean more to him than you think. I think he would be nice. Yeah, maybe meant to give it back to you, Alistair.
Maybe he did. He might even have brought it with him one of those times he came to see me at the monastery. Not that I would have given him a chance, as belligerent as I was to him. Thank you. I mean it. I thought I'd lost this to my own stupidity. I'll need to talk to him about this if he recovers from it. When he recovers. I wish I'd had this a long time ago. Did you remember me mentioning it? Wow. I'm more used to people not really listening when I go on about things.
Yeah, sorry, Alistair, did you say something?
See this gesture I'm making? Can you hear that?
Oh dear, my sort of, we got +5 approval. My sort of plan for Dora and Alistair is that, like, they don't really like each other that much, but as it goes on, they kind of, you know, they get a bit fond of each other. Yeah, so we've got some brownie points back with Alistair. Imagine if real life was like this. Imagine if you could just be like, look, we disagree on everything, we don't like each other, we have nothing in common, there is nothing at all holding us together, but here, you know, have a Kit Kat. And suddenly that person just, like, becomes your best friend. Can you imagine? Imagine if that was the thing. The gift system is a bit weird in Origins, I'll be honest. I think in... brownies are magical forest beings. Well, they kind of are, but I was a brownie when I was a kid. Do you have brownies in America? They're like Girl Guides, but younger. Do you have Girl Guides in America? I know you have Scouts, you have Boy Scouts. Brownies are like the girl version. Wait, hang on. You have, so like for girls, you've got rainbows when they're very little. And then you've got brownies. Which I was a brownie. I was never a rainbow, but I was a brownie. And then you've got guides when they're like teenagers. But I was never a guide, I was only ever a brownie. And then for boys, you've got, is it beavers, then cubs, then scouts? I think that's it. Yeah, beavers, cubs, scouts, that's right? And then for girls, it's rainbows, brownies, guys. I don't know if they still do it, actually. Is it still a thing? You still have brownies? I don't know. I wonder, is that where brownie points comes from, then? Is it from brownies? Like, is it from brownies like the creatures, or is it from brownies like the girl brownies? But I've still got my brownie sash somewhere. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Right. Your mind just goes on to things. I remember in brownies, one of the things we had to do was recite the national anthem. That was one of the first things we had to do in brownies, was just like learn God Save the Queen off by heart. Like all of the verses as well, apart from that slightly controversial one about the Scots that they got rid of. Anyway, sorry, I'm reading the chat. Right, we've got really distracted. That was a fun tangent, wasn't it? Right, okay. What should we do now? Should we give gifts to everybody else? That's a good idea. Kate, focus, Magpie, focus. Before you know it, we'll be talking about death again if we're not careful. Right, okay. Win, have some wine. And then have a book, because I know you like them. And then, the trouble is, I don't like to get their approval up with gifts too quickly, because then it's like they really like you, but you've never actually talked to them, which is a bit weird. Morrigan, you can have a ring. Which you apparently didn't want. Okay, fine. See if I care. Sten, you can have a picture, because you like pictures. We've got lots of alcohol for Oberyn when he finally turns up. And then we've got Andraste's Grace Fort Liliana, but I don't want to get Liliana's approval up too quickly because of that annoying bug. Right, okay. Should we have a chat with Liliana instead? Hello, my dear.
Yes?
Can we talk?
Well, here I am.
What would somebody like you be doing in Lothering's Chantry?
What is meant by someone like me?
You don't have to swear fealty to the Queen in the US. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Yeah, that is actually one of my only memories of brownies is having to like sing the national anthem. That was a weird moment. I'm trying to remember the Brownie Guide promise. I can't remember the Brownie Guide promise. We used to have to say that, like at the beginning when we were always. Like at the start, we would have to like recite the Brownie Guide promise, and I can't remember what it was. So you know, clearly didn't stick, did it? Right. They don't teach you how to fight in the cloister, do they?
Did you think I was always a cloistered sister? The Chantry provides succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed.
Yes, affirmed.
We affirm our belief in the Maker, in Andraste and the Chant, but other than that, there are no vows taken.
Yes, what did you do before that?
I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on.
Well, that was abrupt. I don't think we've got any approval for that either. We're not doing very well with Liliana this time, are we? That's probably because I'm not bringing her anywhere to like get approval and stuff from her. I thought we're just talking about the Brownie Promise now. Mention serving king and country, or queen and country, and doing your best. Yes! And there's something about God in there as well. I specifically remember there being something about God. There is something about serving queen and country, or king and country as it is now. And there's something about helping people, like you'll always do your best to help people or something like that. I can't remember. It's really bugging me. I was going to say I might have to Google it, but it's probably changed. Do you think it's still the same? Do you know what? I'm going to Google it. Just forget about Dragon Age for a minute. I'm going to Google the Brownie Guide Promise. I don't know if it's the same as Girl Guide Promise. Because I never became a Girl Guide. I was just a Brownie Guide. Brownie Guide Promise. See, this is the kind of shit that you tune into these live streams for. You just never know what kind of nuggets of information you're going to get. Oh, they've definitely changed it. This is definitely not the one that I used to do. Hang on, where is it? I promise that I will do my best to be true to myself and develop my beliefs, to serve the king and my community, to help other people, and to keep the Brownie Guide law. It's pretty much the same. I'm sure it was to serve my god rather than to develop my beliefs, but they've obviously changed it. To serve the king and my community and to help him. Well, it was obviously the queen back in my day. And to keep the Brownie Guide law, yeah. I remember the to keep the Brownie Guide law thing, and then there was like a whole big bit about what the Brownie Guide law was. Anyway! Now I'm reading the chat. The reference to king suggested it was changed recently. Yeah, but they've changed the bit because I definitely remember. I'm sure it was something like there was something specifically about God. Like it was a very specifically Christian kind of bit that was in there, which they've obviously changed. Anyway, what am I doing? I'm forgetting what I'm doing here. Right, okay, should we go and talk to... We don't really need to talk to Morrigan, because we're pretty far ahead with her. We talk to Wynne. We'll go and have a little chat with her. Hello, my dear.
So, tell me, how did you become a Grey Wolf?
You know, one of the things I like about talking to Wynne is that talking to Wynne is like talking to a video game protagonist, because she's always the one asking you the questions, and then you're the one who's like ends up like, you know, opening up to her rather than the other way around, and I just kind of like that. I also like that the whole thing about her having a son who was taken away from her when she was younger. She never tells you that. The only way that you learn about that is by overhearing her telling Alistair. And I like that because it always feels weird to me that you as the protagonist, like all of your companions, all of them sort of become your best friend, and they all open up to you and they all tell you their deepest, darkest secrets, which is not really very realistic, because it's very unlikely that in a group of people every single one of them is going to like see you as their confidant. But with Wynne doesn't do that. Wynne never like really particularly opens up to you. Even her personal quest isn't like that dramatic, to be honest. But this whole thing about how she had a son who was like, you know, taken off her, and she doesn't know where he is and all that stuff, she tells Alistair, but she doesn't tell you. So the only way you learn about it is by overhearing her tell Alistair. And instead, the conversations with her are usually more about you opening up to her and telling her about your past and you know, your kind of fears about being a Grey Warden and all that kind of... I just like it. That's what I like about Wynne. It just sort of, you know, it's a bit of role reversal going on. Okay, so... I like how random our chat gets. I enjoy that. Right, okay. It's better than being a castless turtle rat in Orzammar. I'd rather not share that. I hadn't met Duncan and he liked me. Yeah, it's better than being a castless turtle rat in Orzammar.
I have learned a little of the strict caste system of the dwarves, and I apologize for saying this, but it seems terribly backward. Regardless of what happened in your past, I am glad you found a place with the Wardens, as I'm sure you are too.
Orzammar was too small for me. I'm bound for greater things. Of course, the ancestors willed it. It's nice to be seen as something other than a brand. I just hope I can show the strength that Duncan saw in me. I'm happy as long as I get to test my steel in battle. I feel like, in some ways, that is what Dora would say. I'm happy as long as I get to test my steel in battle, but at the same time, it's nice to be seen as something other than a brand. Because probably she's come up to the surface and people are sort of like respecting her. I mean, I know that she's a dwarf and everything, and she's not going to get as much respect. Although they don't seem to be treated as badly as the elves are. But she's definitely more respected on the surface than she was in Orzammar. Particularly as she's kind of been put in charge of the remaining Grey Wardens of Ferelden. Yeah, let's say that. It's nice to be seen as something other than a brand.
Sometimes it gives me comfort to think that everything will end up the way it's supposed to. That it will be all right. You were chosen. You survived the joining when others did not. Perhaps it was meant to be.
Okay. Interestingly, that is exactly what she says when you're playing as a human noble and you tell her that your entire family was massacred in front of you. And she just kind of goes, sometimes I find comfort in the idea that everything will be all right. That's probably not the best thing that you could have said in that moment when... okay. Right, so... should we go and sell all of our stuff to Bodan? Actually, no, we need to sort everybody's inventories out first, don't we? Oh dear, I get far too distracted, you know, doing things like talking about the bloody brownie guide promise and all that shit. Right. Is Eamon's shield better than the one you're currently using? Yes, it is. Good, you can have Eamon's shield. I'm sure we've got better armour for you. Yeah, the heavy chainmail viridium. Do we have an entire set? Oh, we do not have an entire set. That's odd. Did we not get the chest piece? Oh, we got the chest piece. Apparently we didn't. I don't want to put him on it if it's not the entire set. I hate a non-matching set. We'll leave him in the Templar armour for now. Is Dwyn's sword better than the one you're using? I mean, it is a little bit. We can put an enchantment on it, so we'll give him Dwyn's sword. And then Wayne, I don't think there's anything particularly for her. We don't have any jewellery or anything, which is odd. There's nothing for Morrigan, is there? Just reading the chat now. There's a conversation where Wynne reveals she's a mother and her kid was taken away, but it's hard to trigger. Is there? How interesting. I've never come across it. We're going to leave Sten in what he's in because I'm not taking him anywhere. And Liliana, we picked up a bow, didn't we? Fox's bow, which, oh, she can't use it. She needs better dexterity. Well, she probably needs a level up anyway, so have a look at that. Actually, that's a good point. Who needs a level up? Does anybody need a level up? You need a level up. That's 2 levels up, isn't it? So it'll be like 4 in dexterity and 2 in cunning. Does that work? Let's say that works. That might work. And you can have combat training. It's weird having Liliana as a character who I don't really take with me. That's odd, because I usually take her with me everywhere. But, I'm not, not taking her with me that much. Can she now use that bow? Probably have been a good idea to actually find out what dexterity she needed. But I didn't. Yeah, she can use it now. There we go, you can have that one. We probably will take her on a few missions, because, she's kind of fun to have around. But one of the things I like about Dragon Age is that depending on what class you're playing as and stuff, and also what relationships you're trying to foster and things like that, you can have one playthrough where like one particular companion will be like central and they come with you everywhere and they're the one you always talk to and they're with you on every mission, and then like the next playthrough you might just never even use them and like hardly speak to them at all. I find it interesting. Get everybody else equipped. Is she the last one? Oh no, we've got Zevran, man. Got Zevran. How could I forget about Zevran? I still haven't looked up his romance guide, I need to do that since I actually want to romance him. Kinda. Give him some decent swords. We have a better one for him? No. Okay. We'll leave it at that. Yeah, I should probably actually go and talk to Zevran, shouldn't I? Since I'm planning on romancing him, and like I don't think I've even spoken to him yet. Right, hello Zev, love.
Here I am.
Okay. Reading the chat. Dragon Age 2 Templar armor or Dragon Age Origins? Dragon Age 2, definitely. The Templar armor, like if you're talking just about the design, it definitely got better in the later games than in Origins. Care to answer some questions?
Oh, this should be good. Go ahead.
I'm a bit nervous about this because his dialogue is like really hard to navigate. It's really hard. Surprisingly enough, for him being the one who like flirts with you the most, it's actually his romance is the easiest one to mess up because it's just really hard to navigate. Like he seems so easily offended. Okay, tell me about Antiva. Whoops! I accidentally clicked. Let's move on. Hang on. Yeah, tell me about Antiva.
Oh, you wish to know about Antiva, do you? The only way to truly appreciate it would be to go there. It is a warm place, not cold and harsh like this Ferelden. In Antiva it rains often, but the flowers are always in bloom. Or so the saying goes.
Yes, I feel like I definitely need a guide to be navigating these. Yeah, do you want to go back?
It's not really a matter of wanting to go back. I cannot go. At least not yet. I hail from the glorious Antiva city, home to the royal palace. It is a glittering gem amidst the sand, my Antiva city. Do you come from someplace comparable?
I'm from Orzammar, of course. I'm not from any glittering gem. No, of course my mother was better than any gem. Which is the one I usually pick, but considering who Dora's mother is, maybe not.
It too is beautiful in its way. Sad that it will never see sunlight or smell the salt of the ocean, however. You know what is most odd? We speak of my homeland, and for all its wine and its dark-haired beauties and the lilo flutes of the minstrels, I miss the leather the most.
No, I'm not eating snacks, Fred. Do I sound like I'm eating snacks? I keep reaching for my bottle of water. That kind of rustles a bit like that. You know. Yes, is that some kind of euphemism?
It may as well be. But not this once, no. I mean the smell. For years, I lived in a tiny apartment near Antiva City's leather-making district, in a building where the crows stored their youngest recruits, packed in like crates. I grew accustomed to the stench, even though the humans complained of it constantly. To this day, the smell of fresh leather is what reminds me most of home, more than anything else.
You smell a cesspool and think of home. That's a little bizarre, there's leather everywhere. Yeah, you sound like you've been away from home forever, Zev.
Oh, not so long, I know. It is my first time away from Antiva, however, and the thought of never returning makes me think of it constantly. Before I left, I was tempted to spend what little coin I possessed on leather boots I spotted in the store window. Finest Antivan leather, perfect craftsmanship. But I was a fool to leave them. I thought, Zevran, you can buy them when you return as a reward for a job well done. More the fool I, no?
Asked about Antiva, not your leather fetish, your job being killing me. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yes, and now here I am. One simply never knows what is to come next. How could I have suspected I would end up defeated by a beautiful Grey Warden, a woman who then spares my life? I could not.
Okay. What do you think the best option is? We've got, now you're flattering me. Beautiful, is it? Everyone makes mistakes. You need to make the most of where you are. Don't make me change my mind. Okay, you need to make the most of where you are feels a bit friend-zoney, I'll be honest. That feels like one of those neutral options where it's like, nope, we are not engaging in the flirting. Everybody makes mistakes. You see, you've got no way of knowing whether that's like said in a jokey way or in a serious way. I feel like that's not the option to pick. I feel like it's going to be option 2 is going to be the flirty one, isn't it? You know, sometimes when you're playing like the later games and you've always got like the flirty option is always highlighted with a little heart so you know that you're picking the flirty option. Sometimes that's good, but I kind of like the awkward navigating in Origins where you're never quite sure whether you're flirting or not, because it's almost a bit more realistic. Well, like when in real life and you're talking to somebody and you're not quite sure how they're going to react to what you're saying or how they're going to interpret what you're saying, and you might say something that you think is flirty but it doesn't kind of sound flirty when you actually say it and it just kind of gets interpreted completely wrong. That kind of like awkwardness sort of almost comes through when you're playing Origins, you're trying to figure out what the actual flirty option is. I kind of like it. There's something a bit I don't know, there's something kind of fun about it. Like it's almost a bit too scripted in the later games where, you know, it's obvious which is the, you know, the good option and which is the bad option and stuff like that. It's a bit more boring. Right, okay, yeah, we're going to pick option 2.
I say you are beautiful because it is true. Should I not?
You should not, don't bother, I'm onto you. No, by all means. Yeah, I'm assuming no, by all means is the right option.
And glad I am to hear it. Now, if it is all the same to you, I would prefer not to speak more of Antiva. It makes me wistful and hungry for a proper meal.
Okay, we got +2 approval for that. Honestly, he is so hard to actually, like, get approval with. Another thing that's weird about Zevran is it's quite easy to get to the point where you can sleep with him. But to actually get to the point of, like, a proper romance where he properly, like, opens up to you, that's quite hard. You know, when he tells you about, what's her name? I can't even remember her name. You know, the girl who he was in love with who died. To actually get that conversation where he tells you about that, it's actually really hard. It's easy to sleep with him, but to actually, like, you know, get into a proper serious relationship with him, quite hard. Which I suppose does reflect his character. I feel like he's got commitment issues to Zevran. Right, okay, should we clear out our inventory? Hello, Bodan.
Something you need? I'm sure either my boy or I can help you out.
Yes, let me see your wares.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected. and with your discount.
Okay. So, he's got more health poultices. We'll grab some of them. You can never have too many health poultices. And sell all the shit. And I'm just, you know, reading the chat. Severin isn't immune to gifts. Yeah, you're right, but it's not just an approval thing. Like, you have to say the right thing at the right time with him. Because I've done Severin's Romance, like, a few times. And it is kind of... You can be at full approval with him, and he's still not, like... He still just won't kind of, you know... you probably... yeah, whatever it is I'm trying to say. You get what I mean. Like, you can be at full approval with him, but he still won't open up to you. You have to, like, say the right thing at the right time. Do I want to keep that Dwarven armour? Ooh, 1 constitution. But other than that, it's a bit shit. I think we'll just get rid of it. The Templar shield. We don't need the Archon robes. I'm only keeping them because they look good. We'll keep the boots of diligence and the heavy chainmail. We'll get rid of the soldier's helm. We'll probably keep the rest of it. Why I'm keeping all of these arrows? We'll get rid of those ones. The thing is, I'm not bringing Leliana with me, am I? So I'm not really using an archer. May as well just get rid of them all. We'll get more. There's always more. And then we'll get rid of that because we don't need it. Right. Ooh, we've got quite a lot of money now. Is there anything that we need? I don't think there's anything in particular. I usually wait till later in the game to sort of, you know, buy all of the expensive stuff. It's all the feast day. Oh, we've got a backpack. There we go, that'll help. Right, okay. And then see if we've got any enchantments that we can
enchantment
do. I'm just reading the chart, don't mind me. Right, okay. Sorry. Right, we've got 1 rune. And there's Dwin Sword. And there's Prize Cheese Knife, but that's equipped by Zev, who doesn't really come with us very often because he's kind of useless. So we'll give that to Alistair. There we go. Right. So, should we talk to anybody else? Should we leave it for now? I think we'll leave it for now. And we will head... And we'll do some of the little side quests, and then we'll go to Denerim. Right, who do we want on our team for doing some little side quests? I kind of want to bring Shale along. I like having a golem with me. But then I would probably just have to bring, like, Morrigan, Wynn, and Shale. Unless I'm going to swap one of the mages out, maybe for Liliana. I don't know. Tell you what, we'll bring Morrigan, we'll bring Wynn, we'll bring Shale. We'll give Shale a bit of an outing. Especially since Alistair's a bit annoyed with me right at the minute. So, we've got a caravan, we've got refugees, and then we've got a battlefield. And, you know, I don't actually know what any of these side quests are because it's been that long since I've actually read the descriptions of them, but you just kind of go to the thing and you kill the people who attack you, and then you know, you collect the money. That's kind of what goes on, and we're being attacked by dogs. Oh, honestly, you'd think there was a blight going on or something. Can't you put Sten in real armour now? I mean, I could. He wouldn't look as good, though. I kind of want to just keep him in his robes until, you know, I actually use him, which might be never. Tora, Bella, Morrigan, Wynn, and Shale Girls Night Out, yep. Very, very true. When I'm playing as, like, my Cannon Warden is, she's a warrior, so I always have, like, Win, Morrigan and Liliana. That's like my go-to team when I'm playing as her. I'm just like, yeah, we just let the girls handle this. Girl power! Can either of my mages do anything against those guys? Move your hex up to join the other hexes. Oh, dear. Some lightning on him, man. Misdirection hex, because that's a really good one. Don't forget to use my hexes. Actually, I need to sort my bloody tactics out, don't I? That's the thing that I should definitely do at some point. It's buffering, is it, Fred? Oh dear. That's bad. There's actually quite a lot of darkspawn on the map there. Oh, Wynn just did our Vessel of the Spirit thing. That's interesting. I got completely distracted looking at the chat there and just didn't realise everybody was dying. Right, okay. Focus, woman, focus. Oh god, there's a darkspawn leader up here. There were powerful people hiding up here. That's not fair. Don't put dual striking on. I'm completely. Oh my god, this is. You know what? It's actually really hard to play this game while also reading the chat. Morrigan's got an arrow sticking out of her elbow, but it's all right. It magically disappeared. Right, we definitely need to. Have we taken down the leader? I think we've taken down the leader. I think Shale probably punched him to death. Shale's good at stuff like that. There's more red things on my map. There's more darkspawn here than what I thought there was. I think this is when Wynn does our Hoojit, doesn't it? I didn't realise that that's what this was. Oh, there's a trap. There's a trap. Okay, hang on. Nobody move! There's a trap. I want the delicious experience from sorting out the traps. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just sorting these traps out. Right, okay. And then everybody can move again. Dear me. Right. Get you down. You just knocked Morgan over. That's a bit rude. Right. Okay. Everybody okay? This isn't Wynn doing her thing, apparently. She did the Vessel of the Spirit thing, though. She's not meant to have that yet. I thought it wasn't, because I was like, doesn't that start off with a cutscene? But then when she did our Vessel of the Spirit thing, I was like, oh, is this when she does her thing? Or does she like... No, she like falls over, doesn't she, when we're walking out? Or something, I don't know, I can't remember. We'll loot all of this stuff, and then I'm going to sort the tactics out. Sorry, I just can't think of anything to say. I'll be honest, just can't think of anything to say. Right, okay, so... what am I doing? Tactics, that's what I'm doing, that's what I'm doing. Focus, woman, focus, Jesus Christ. Right, okay. So, we've got self, any, activate dueling, that's fine. Enemy, any, riposte, is that how you pronounce that? Is that how you pronounce that? Let's say that that's how you pronounce that. Is that French? It's probably French, right? As an English person, I'm like not actually allowed to pronounce French words correctly because it shows them too much respect. Self being attacked by a melee attack, dirty fighting, that's fine. Enemy target has high or medium armor rating, deadly strike, yep, that's fine. Enemy any below the belt, yes, that is fine, okay. Morrigan, self health less than 50%, drain life. I would change that to 75% actually. Self surrounded by at least 2 enemies, mind blast, that's fine. Being attacked by melee attack, horror is fine. Health less than 50%, winter's grasp. I would say enemy nearest visible, I think would be better. What else do we want to give her? What has she got? What has she got? What has she got? She's got... We need to have her use some of our hexes. I think if we do enemy... do we do highest health? We're going to go highest health. Use ability... Misdirection hex. There we go. We need to give her some more tactic slots, actually. Wynn's got a shit ton of them, hasn't she? Yeah. Oh, Timothy's here. Hello, Timothy. Americans don't pronounce French words properly because we don't get to learn that. It's fair enough. It's fair enough. You don't learn how to pronounce English words properly either. There is a funny quirk though, because there's a lot of French in English because of when the Normans came, and I've read a lot of history books about that kind of time, but as you probably tell with me, not a lot of information stays in my brain. But I'm sure, like, because there's like a reason that like we call beef beef instead of cow is because the nobles spoke French, and the nobles were the only ones who could afford meat. And like the peasants who spoke English couldn't afford meat, so they didn't really have a word for it. So the word that we get is from the French or something like that. There's things like that. So because of that, there's a lot of French in English, but there's a lot of like French terms, particularly amongst the aristocracy, like titles and things like that, that are French words. But when the English use them, they deliberately pronounce them wrong. So things like valet instead of valet, and lieutenant instead of lieutenant, and there's other ones, but I'm sure I read a book or saw a documentary or something once where it was like the English decided to deliberately mispronounce the French words simply because they didn't want to, show the French that much respect. I'm sure that was a thing I read about once, and I was like, yeah, I can imagine that. Right, okay. Let's set some tactics for Wynn, right? Okay, so we've got the heal is fine, the rejuvenate is fine, heroic aura is fine, enemy paralyzed stone fist, that's fine, surrounded by at least 2 enemies, mind blast, that's fine. What else has she got? Not a lot. She's got rock armor. She should probably have that on most of the time, didn't she? Because she's got enough magic. So self any activate mode rock armor, and oh dear. Regeneration. We should have her using regeneration, shouldn't we? So ally. Health, let's say less than 75%. Usability, regeneration. Okay. So just reading the chat. Right. Okay. So close that down. Oh, we didn't do Shale. Do you need your tactics sorted out, Shale, or are you kind of fine? Trouble with Shale, and this really annoys me. It really annoys me that her abilities are locked behind different modes. So you have to activate a certain mode if you want to have her use a certain ability. So we need pulverizing blows if we want her to use slam, or quake, which is annoying. But then if we want her to hurl a rock, we have to activate rock mastery. But then she's got things in our tactics that are like enemy target between medium and long range, hurl rock, but nothing in our tactics to actually activate the mode that she needs. So I'll tell you what, instead of activating precise striking, activate pulverizing blows. If she's just got pulverizing blows on all the time, then she can do quake, surrounded by at least 3 enemies. Let's say surrounded by at least 2. No, let's stick with 3, because the trouble is I think that can actually affect allies as well. So it'd definitely be like a last resort kind of thing. And then if we do an enemy highest health and do slam, and then we can actually still do self status. No, self any, that's what we want. And precise striking. Activate mode. Precise striking. Okay. And then I think let's do enemy. Let's do highest health again and do. Do we want taunt? Do we want threaten? Taunt. We'll do taunt, so that the enemies are more likely to attack her because she's got the most health. Just reading the chat. Right, okay. So we're good, aren't we? I think we're good. We'll go and get that elf fruit, and I think Wynne is probably about to faint at some point if I'm remembering this correctly. Get this elf fruit first. Okay, Wynne, are you going to fall over? I remember these headless statues. Yes. Oh, oh, oh! And she's down. Shocked face! Run over! Hello, Wynne. You okay? Now, did you fall, or did you have a fall? That's always the thing they say, isn't it? You get to a certain age where you didn't fall over, you had a fall. Yes, all this excitement too much for your old bones.
For a moment there, I thought it was all over.
The fight's over, is that what you mean? You thought what was all over?
Everything. I will explain everything when we are back in camp. Now is not the time.
Okay, hang on. I could have done with you carrying on talking for a little bit there, Wynne, because I was taking a drink. Right. Yes, with these two headless statues that Wynne always faints next to. I always remember that. Right, okay. Oh yes, we were heading somewhere, weren't we, to do something. Don't ask me what, because I don't have a clue, but we were heading somewhere to do something. Okay, I think we need to kill all of these dogspawn, and then, like, the Chantry are going to pay us or something, probably, maybe. Okay! Let's head in. I remember this fight can get a bit nasty, but I've said that about quite a few fights on this run, and none of them have really posed that much trouble. Right, we need to take the emissary down. Everybody attack the emissary. There's an alpha over there, but oh god, there's 2 emissaries. Oh, that's bad. Okay, I'll tell you what, everybody attack this emissary because he's closer. And get him down nice and quick. Did you just misdirection hex me? What an asshole. Right, okay, we got him down nice and quick. Everybody take on the other emissary. I've been misdirection hexed. I now can't hit anybody. I'm useless. I can't do anything, and now I've been put in horror. That's why you take down emissaries nice and quick. Right, okay. So I'm still in horror, and I'm still misdirection hexed, and I'm being stabbed through the heart. That's good. Okay, should we just run away for a minute? How long's that gonna last? 9 seconds. Okay, we're just gonna run away. Don't you hit Wynne. I'm afraid there's nothing I can do because I've been misdirection hexed. Can I still kick him? Can I still kick him in the balls? There we go. I think that worked. And throw some dirt in his face. And then I'm nearly dead. Take a health potion. There we go. We'll take down this Genlock. There we go. I think that's me hex gone up. My hex has gone. Excellent. And then if everybody can please attack the alpha. Just get him down nice and quick. Yeah, this fight's usually, like, hard, right? I mean, not, like, really hard, but, like, a bit hard. I'm sure this fight's usually, like, a bit hard. It doesn't seem very hard this time. Okay. So... our emissary didn't even have anything good on him. I mean, when you take down an emissary, you at least expect to have them, like, something decent on them. Did that sentence make sense? I'm not sure that sentence made sense.
Can I give you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Just reading the chat, don't mind me. You can always tell when I'm reading the chat because I start humming. Yeah, this went surprisingly well. There's a death route up there, and I don't know if I can be asked to walk back up there to get it. Do we need that death route? Do you think we need that death route? Do you think that death route is, like, vital to our completion of the game? Probably not. Let's leave the death route. Actually, while we're here, I'm going to see if Morrigan can make some health poultices. Or should we wait and buy some distillation agent? Tell you what, we'll make some lesser ones. Until we run out of flasks, and then when we get back to camp we'll buy some flasks and some distillation agent. Is that right? Yep. And we'll make some like normal health potions. Okie dokie. Carry on. And we shall head to refugees, because they probably like need saving or something. Are we gonna get stopped again? I bet we are. There we go. Ooh. Ooh. This looks a bit, Is this an ambush? I feel like this looks like an ambush. Is this an ambush? Hello. You going to ambush me? I don't remember this one. Oh, Trickster Whim. Yes, that's something that we triggered in the Mage Tower, I think. Possibly, perhaps. Let's just stab him. Seems like a good, option to me. Oh, I've been stunned. Flippin' heck, I'm not having a good day. I've been stunned, I've been hexed. Oh. Wayne, can you just drop a bit of a group heal there? Because we're getting a little bit, oh, Morrigan's been killed. I was gonna say, I think, like, Morrigan's health's going down quite quickly. Right, you put a cone of cold on him. I don't think any of these ones are real, are they? I think we have to, like, kill the main one and the rest disappear. Is that a thing? That might be a thing. I can't quite remember. But he's going down quite quick, so we'll let Morrigan... There we go. He got shattered. Yeah, I'm sure, like, we need to kill him. Or does he keep, like, jumping between them or something like that? Yeah, I think he does, maybe? Or he keeps disappearing. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening, guys. Except that everybody's kind of dying. Wyn, can you take a little health potion? And Shale, can you, like, take a bigger health potion? We'll pop them down onto your what's-it, and I'll let you take a greater one because you've got more health. Is it weird that the health potions work on Shale? I can never quite decide if I think that's weird or not. Yeah, there we go. He's back. He keeps disappearing and then coming back. And then everybody just attack the big guy, wherever he is. There he is. Dorabella looked like she was just nonchalantly walking away from him there. Like she was just like, you know what, I'm bored of this fight now. I'm just gonna mosey over in this direction. Oh, she cut his head off. Well done, my love. Very good. Very good. Some bloody corpses. Yeah, I think we released him. Was he one of the guys we summoned in the Summoning Sciences quest? I think he was. And then we apparently released him on the world. And he killed a lot of people. But then we killed him and he dropped some good boots, so you know. See what boots he dropped. 12 defense for a mage. What have you got on? You've got studded leather boots. That's no good at all. You can have 12 defense. There we go. Have special mage booties. Is that everything? That appears to be everything. It's weirder that everyone is drinking poultices. I know, they should have just called them potions, shouldn't they? Oh, it's this one. Oh, I quite like this one. Okay. I usually try and do this in stages rather than just running in. But, oh yeah, there's a fucking emissary over there, isn't there? Okay. Morrigan! Come over here. And get all of those idiots in a cone of cold. There we go. That was pretty sexy, wasn't it? That was quite sexy. That was quite good. There is an emissary over there somewhere, but we're just going to pretend he's not there while we kill these guys. get them down as quick as we possibly can. Yeah, that emissary is launching bloody fireballs because he's an arsehole. Let's Herlock's down nice and quick. And that's just a normal Genlock. Try not to get too far forward because it's so. At the minute, the emissary is not interested in us. He's just taking down these helpless refugees, which is kind of fine by me, to be honest. Because we can, like, pick off all of his minions without, like, getting in too close. And then, oh, now he's interested in us. Okay. Oh my god, that woman's been a bit ganged up on, isn't she? Bless her. I think they've just taken her down as well. Yeah. Okay. Now everybody, kind of go after the emissary if you can. Morrigan, I want all the hexes. I want every single hex on that guy. Oh, that's a fireball. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Okay, Dora's kind of dying. You take a health potion. And Morrigan, you can also take a health potion, actually, because, you know, I'm nice like that. Right. Oh, dear. Right, okay. Group heal. Dora's running and is trying to kick the shit out of this guy because she is awesome. And there is one Genlock who I'm just going to try and take out so that he doesn't manage to pick Dora off. I love all the angry things that Dora yells during combat. She sounds pretty cool. He's trying to do something. Can anybody, like, do something to stop him doing something that he's doing? We need something to, like, knock him over or freeze him or something. I mean, you could try to stun him. I don't know if it worked. It worked! There we go. And then we punched him to the... Oh, that was awesome. That was. We just, like, double punched him together. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. There was buffering, was there? Okay. I'm sure it was fine. Yeah, my new internet, it does jump up and down. But, like, it never gets as bad as the old internet did. It always stays, like, above 10. But it does leap up and down quite dramatically. Which is why I've kept the bitrate on the low end. But, you know, there's always a chance that it might dip below now and then. As long as it doesn't cut out completely, we should be fine. Okay, that was good. And look, we even managed to save some refugees.
Oh, thank you, Maker. Thank you.
I mean, it was actually me. It wasn't the Maker. It was definitely me. But, like, you know.
Oh, thank you, Maker. Thank you.
I do the work. He gets all the bloody credit. Bloody hell. Right. Oh dear. That went quite well, that. Quite well. We're not even dying that much, actually.
I am here.
Nobody's died yet, have they? Nobody's died yet. We had no injuries, man. We're doing good. We'll do all of these people. I think what we'll do is we'll wrap up all of these side quests and then we'll head back to camp to have a little chat with Wynne and then we'll head to Denerim. That is my current plan. Let's see if this emissary had anything good on him. Greater health potion, I suppose that's better than nothing. We'll just leave these refugees in the middle of all of this carnage because, you know, we've saved them and now we don't care what happens to them after this. So long as we get paid. And we shall head up to the battlefield. I'm just going back to the chat. I feel like I've missed a few bits.
Concentrate, like we practiced. Now, fire.
Okay, hang on. Whoa, pause. I'm reading the chat. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is quite pretty, isn't it? This is quite nice. All the little leaves falling down and everything. And there's some mages who are going to help us defeat these, like, 4 Herlocks. Should we just leave them and see what they can do? Oh, they've made an earthquake. That's good. Kinda. Unfortunately, it means we can't, like, run in because we'll get affected by it too. And then he's doing Tempest. Yep, that's quite a lot of lightning there. Yep. And then, oh, Fireball as well. No, don't run in, Mr. Apprentice person. You'll get set on fire. Okay, I think we can now maybe start actually helping out. As long as you don't go too far forward. Yeah. Oh, Shale did the quake. That was quite sexy. Oh, the apprentice died. Oh man, I told you shouldn't get too close. Mages are not meant to be up close. Oh well. Right, okay. Oh, the other one died as well. That was a bit shit. Hello!
I'm taking these apprentices to Redcliffe. The first enchanter says you need every able-bodied mage for the war. They're young, but capable enough, as you saw.
I'm dead! Like, really very dead. Like, he is quite clearly quite dead. Okay. Yeah, so you get these random things that pop up after you complete certain main quests. You'll start encountering members of your army around and about, so that's because we've recruited the mages. And then, you know, when you recruit the Redcliffe Knights, you start encountering them on the path, and when you recruit the Dwarves, you start encountering them. Yeah, which is nice, you know, it makes it feel like you're actually achieving something. We have gone a very roundabout way to get to that battlefield. Like, what's there, a giant mountain between here and there or something? Oh, this is quite a good one. I quite like this one. This one's quite fun. Take that. Okay, I tell you what, we are going to... Oh, apparently that was a quest. We are going to just leave the team there for a minute because we're about to get jumped by wolves, I think. And it's better to tackle them in small groups. There we go. They spawned in behind. I knew they spawned in from somewhere. Because I think there's like a few trigger points, and if you run in too quick, you get really surrounded really quickly. That's like the first two. And then if we put hold position back on, just drop a save. Because this one can get a bit nasty. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Just nice flayed corpses, wonderful. If we run in a bit further, here comes some more. I love Dora. They should know better than to attack. Don't they know who I am? And then we just turn that off and we can attack that one. Always better to split the enemies up if at all possible. Do you get a random encounter scene with werewolves? Yes, you do. If you recruit the werewolves, that is totally a thing that happens. No, that's the wrong one. Put hold position back on. Yes, I remember getting a werewolf encounter actually when you recruit the werewolves. And in come more wolves. This is the trouble, is that they spawn in. Oh, hang on, they're being attacked over there. They're like spawn in. You don't like, you know, run in and encounter them. They like spawn in, and that's how you end up being surrounded. Yeah, but now they're all running in, and we've ended up getting surrounded anyway. But you know, managed to trigger the first few. Oh god, Wynne, can you do a bit of a group heal there, love? I'm always scared that somebody's going to get overwhelmed. Because that's the real danger with the wolves. See if Morrigan can get a decent cone of cold, preferably without hitting any of us. I think that should be alright. Yep. There's quite a lot of wolves. Wolves scare me a little bit. Why Shale just keeps like punching everybody and they just kind of like get thrown halfway across the map. That's quite fun. Okay, that was all of them. Got it. I think there's actually still a couple on the map. We need to loot everybody first. Very, very important. Must get your priorities straight. All these delicious wolf pelts.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Ah, income. Oh, was it just the one? Just the one?
Alright, alright.
Maybe? Just the one? Yeah, that was just the one. And I realised there is a bear over there. But we'll trigger him in a minute. Need to do our looting. I think you have to like run past where he spawns in, don't you? And then he spawns in behind you. Sort of thing. Oh, there's another wolf. Hello, wolf! I'm gonna let you get to me because I don't want to accidentally trigger anymore.
Get you a ladder so you can get off my back.
Fred, you really are squeamish about the wolf dying, aren't you? I'm not in Origins. There are some games where I'm kind of squeamish about killing animals, but I'm not in Dragon Age, really. I'm trying to think what games I'm squeamish about killing animals in. Can't remember. That'll be the bear, is it? Yes, hello, bear! Hello, I love the fact that you glow red. That's very cool. Oh, heck, that was a bit... was a bit terrifying. Okay, let's get right behind. Do some backstab damage. While the bear attacks Shale. We're a pretty good team, actually. I might ditch Alistair for Shale. We're pretty decent, us. Shale's just got so much constitution. And down the bear goes. That's a massive bear. Are bears that big in real life? I feel like bears are not that big in real life. Like, bears are actually quite little, aren't they? I mean, I know they're terrifying, but are they not mostly quite little? I mean, I suppose polar bears are quite big. They're quite huge. But I always feel like the bears in video games are unrealistically large. Not that I know anything about bears, but you know, I've seen videos on YouTube. Is that it? I think that's it. I think that's everything. I think we can go. Cash in on this quest that I have no idea what it actually was, because, you know, I haven't bothered to read it. But, you know, we've done it, so yay. Okay, dokie. Should we head back to camp? Sort our inventory and stuff out again, and then we'll head to dinner room. We do need to have a chat with Wynne, though.
I think I owe you an explanation for what happened earlier.
You had me quite worried. You mean when you collapsed in battle? I mean, she collapsed after the battle, to be fair. She didn't collapse in battle. She had the decency to stay on her feet until the battle was over. You do indeed. Go on out with it. Make it quick. I am busy. Yeah, so you mean when you collapsed?
You should know that something happened to me at the tower before you came along. Remember my apprentice, Petra? She encountered a demon in the tower. It would have killed her had I not intervened. I saved her life that day, but I did not survive that encounter with the demon.
Some bears are that big, are they? I don't think I want to know that. I find the concept of bears quite terrifying. There's a YouTuber that I used to watch, I haven't watched him in ages, in, I think, Montana. Somewhere like that. And he goes on hikes and things like that. And there's a few videos where he was hiking and he was sort of like, I'm just keeping an eye out for bears. And I'm just like, I can't imagine, like, I can't get in my head that you would go hiking somewhere where there just might be a bear. Like, that is just not something that, like, do you know what? In England, the countryside is really safe. You know, the worst thing that you might have to worry about is maybe a grass snake. And even then, I mean, who has ever actually seen a grass snake? Like, I grew up in the country and I have seen one grass snake in my entire life. You know, like, like, yeah, there's a few foxes who'll just kind of run away from you. If you're really lucky, you might see a badger. I saw a badger once. That was kind of a cool experience. And stags are quite terrifying, but they don't really come near you. Deer are not terrifying at all. Like, you know, It used to blow my mind that he would be like hiking in this wilderness and just like, I just need to keep an eye out for bears. Like, can you imagine? You go for a walk and there's a fucking bear. That is just not something that my brain could comprehend. When I go for a walk, because I have a drive up to, the national parks that are near me and go for like walks through the country and things like that. And I just like go into a complete daydream. I don't need to be even remotely aware of my surroundings because there might be a bear. That's just like... And honestly, it just completely blows my mind that you go on a hike and you have that mindset of there might be a bear, like, or a mountain lion or something. It just really, I can't get that concept in my head at all. I was and sometimes I would watch his videos and I'd be like, oh, it looks really pretty. And then I'm like, yeah, but there might be bears. Like, can you imagine? Really? Just freaks me out, man. Anyway, yes, this case of death is taking a while to kick in, Win.
I engaged a very powerful demon to rescue Petra. It sapped me of all my energy and will and left me drained. It took everything I had to defeat it. And when I was done, I no longer had the strength to keep my heart beating. I remember my life ebbing away. Everything receded from me. Sound, light. I remember being enveloped in complete, impenetrable darkness. And then I sensed a presence enfolding me and cradling me, whispering quietly to me. The sensation is impossible to describe. I was being held back firmly but gently, as a mother would a child eager to slip from her grasp. I felt life and warmth flowing through my veins again. I began to be aware of small sounds and the discomfort of my hip pressing into the cold stone of the tower floor.
Okay, I'm sorry I interrupted your story to talk about bears there, Win. It's just I do find them genuinely quite terrifying. When you see videos of them, it's one of those things, when you kind of look at something and you see a video of something and you're just like, how is that a thing that's real? Do you ever have that where there'll be like a particular animal or just something that you watch a video of and you just can't, like, how is that a thing that's real? For me, it's bears. For some reason, I find it really hard to watch videos of bears and just be like, that's a creature that actually exists. And I know that bears are not the most, like, strange of creatures. Like, there's much weirder creatures on planet Earth, but for some reason, bears, I just can't get in my head that they're, like, a thing that, like, I don't know. It's very weird. Anyway, okay, so you're never really completely dead?
The Fade contains spirits both benevolent and malicious. The benevolent spirits seldom make themselves known, because they want nothing from mortals, unlike the demons. It was one of these spirits that saved me. Without it, I would be dead. And it has not left me. It is with me even now, bonded to me. You see, I am supposed to be dead. It is the spirit that is keeping me in this world. And this is not the way of things. Perhaps the spirit did not expect this, but it is weakening gradually. I am living on borrowed time.
Okay, how long will the spirit last?
I do not know. I can feel when the spirit weakens, so I should have fair warning. But come, let us not talk about this. There is time yet.
Okay, Win. We got no approval from that conversation. What was even the point in having it? Right, okay. What are we going to do? We're going to just have a quick clear out of our inventory. And then we're going to head to Denerim.
I'm sure either my boy or I can
let me see your wares.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected. And with your discount.
Apparently moose are huge, are they? Horses are quite terrifying, Like big horses. Like proper Shire horses that are like properly huge and massive. I find horses actually quite scary. I did get bitten by one as well once, which is not fun. Like, being bitten by a horse, that's like... I mean, you get bitten by something like a dog or something. I mean, okay, being bitten by a dog is probably quite scary as well. But, like, bitten by something with sharp teeth, it'll make you bleed and stuff like that. But if you get bitten by a horse, that'll just crush your bloody hand. They've got quite strong jaws. I find horses a bit scary, to be honest. I'm a bit scared of horses. It's not your average thing to be scared of, I know, but horses are kind of scary, especially like huge ones, huge massive ones. Sell me wolf pelts. Have I ever tried to say Denerim with an Orlesian accent? No. I don't think I can do an Orlesian accent. I'm not good at accents. I can't even really do the accent of the place where I was literally born, to be honest. I mean, I've got a bit of a twang, but I don't have the proper accent. Oh, there's a cat. Hello! This is the first kitten drama we've had all video. Hey! Where are you going? You going behind the monitor? That's good. You can be behind the monitor. As long as you're not interfering in me view. Get rid of all of this stuff. You look very regal up there, Scorpio. You do. No, stay there. Stay there. It's alright. You do look very regal with your little mane. Eh? Very beautiful, aren't you? You're very beautiful. Yes, of course you are. Super beautiful, aren't you? Beautiful, beautiful putty cat. You had a horse step on your foot once. That doesn't sound fun. Horses are scary, man. They really are. I don't have much to sell, do I? Should I sell that chainmail? I don't think I need that chainmail. Let's sell that chainmail. Sell that chainmail. Sell the long sword. Putty, you keep your paws off my laptop. Oh, you're plotting something, I can tell. No, 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 not on the keyboard, not on the keyboard. Come here, come here, come here. There you go. You want to go down there? Oh God, now the other one's turned up. Hello. Yeah, okay. We'll go down there. Attaboy. Okay. Okay, are we good? Okay. Right. Right, what am I doing? I'm selling stuff, aren't I? I think that's everything. I'll do... I don't know why I'm keeping all these rock salves and things like that. We'll keep the Greater Warmth Bomb, because you know what? You never know when you're going to encounter like a dragon or something. Right. Should we chat to a few more people? We'll have a little chat with Shale. I always like talking to Shale. I've seen pictures with the title "What if horses ate meat?" Yeah, yeah, what if horses were carnivorous? I've seen those as well. Horses are scary, man. Right, what's with the heavy size?
Oh, that. Merely reflecting on the hopeless nature of the task in front of it. The most likely outcome is that it and its companions will become a stain on some rock for the Darkspawn to tread upon. I shall be moved to a single tear by the tragedy.
Okay. Yeah, won't you be next to that stain?
I think not. I am made of pure rock, skin to core. At best, I can become a pile of dust, but a smear I will definitely not leave behind. That's for softer, squishier things like itself and its friends. What's that? Did it hear flapping wings? There may be pigeons nearby. We should be alert.
See, this is why I like talking to Shale. Oh, Shale disapproved! Just because I said you might become a stain. I mean, you said it to me first, to be fair. Look how dinky Shale is. You're not even that much taller than me, and I'm a dwarf. You're so dinky. Have a chat with Liliana again, see if we can get some approval off her. I really actually want to trigger her quest.
Well, here I am.
Because once we've triggered our quest, I don't have to, like, you know, worry about stuff. Yes, you were a travelling minstrel. Do you have tales to share?
Of course I do. I love stories far too much to keep them to myself. Everyone should be able to benefit from them, I think.
Tell me about the Darkspawn. Actually, Should there not be another option there? Or do we need to get our approval up a little bit?
Here I am.
Or have we actually encountered the bug? I don't know, we might have encountered the bug. Because that's just, she just tells you stories. I don't think that that's the thing where you can actually get, like, approval from. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I suppose not triggering Liliana's quest wouldn't be the end of the world in this particular playthrough, but still, it's... I'm going to trigger Liliana's quest. Okay, let's head to Denerim. We can worry about, you know, relations later. Right, okay. Who do we want to take to Denerim with us? Don't the stories give you some approval too? They might do, actually. We might go back to her. Who do we want to take to Denerim? Should we take the dog? Just to keep Fred happy, we'll take the dog. Let the dog come with us, and we'll take both mages? Should we only take one mage? There's not much fighting to be done in Denerim, is there? Not if we're just nipping into the marketplace, anyway. Take Morrigan. And give Liliana a little outing, why not? We'll head to Denerim. Of course, we may get attacked on the way. It's always a possibility. Looks like we might make it, though. Ooh, will wonders never cease. Okay, Denerim Market District. And the doggy needs a level up. Oh, it's been a long time since we've had the doggy out. Right, I'm going to get your constitution up. Give you some strength. Give you some constitution. Give you some dexterity. I'll probably do. And then you can get... let's get Shred going on. Right. See what needs doing in Denerim. Have we triggered this quest yet? No, we haven't.
They also say that washing your feet in winter makes you catch cold in the head, but we all know that is not true. But sometimes they are right. And they are right in this.
You know those stories about...
Of course. You think my mother would let me go without telling me all the stories of her youth?
My mother told me stories too. She was the one who kindled my love of the old tales and legends.
My mother's stories curdled my blood and haunted my dreams. No little girl wants to hear about the wilder men her mother took to her bed, using them till they were spent, then killing them. No little girl wants to be told that this is also expected of her once she comes of age.
I see.
No, you don't. You really don't.
I like the conversations between Morrigan and Liliana. I think they have a sort of uneasy friendship as the yes game goes on. There's everybody's favourite sisters. There is but one God, and He is our maker. I swear I know more of the Chant of Life than I know of the Bible. Which for most people wouldn't be a bad thing, but I'm related to 3 vicars and grew up in churches, so, you know, when I went to Sunday school, man, and I still know more of the Chant of Light than I know of the Bible. Right, yes, I suppose he's just going off to do some shopping. Salroka runs up to you, happy. He appears to have found a friend. Okay. Poppy, yes. Let's just go. He wags his tail, put him back where he belongs. No, you can't keep him. If he comes with us, he's going to have to fight Darkspawn. That's a good point. Then you should return him to his parents. Go on, take him back. There we go. We don't have a good, you know, track record with children. We tend to like get them killed. Oh, and yes, Slim Cauldry. Hello.
Hello there, Warden. I'm a friend. I've heard putting up a good fight against Loghain and Hal, right? Good for you. Make a spit on all those arrogant noble bastards. I've also heard you have certain skills. Skills of the street, you might say. No judgments here, mate. I want to help you.
Okay, I believe this only appears if you have pickpocketing as a skill. Yes, who are you?
The name is Slim Cauldry, and if you've heard of me, I've been doing a sad job of it, haven't I? I hear a great many things, and for those who view certain pesky laws as mere nuisances, there's some ripe fruit to be plucked out there. I can point the way. All I ask is for a little slice for myself.
Okay, I'm perfectly capable of robbing people myself. I've actually been forgetting to pickpocket people. What will you do with your cut? That's not really any of my business. Yeah, sure, tell me more.
Well, one of my mates noticed your skills. Nice piece of work, that uncommon caliber, if you don't mind me saying. But I need to know what else you can do. Ever done bump and grabs? Do much blending in shadows? Different opportunities for different folk, you know.
And now we're talking about Sunday school in the chat. It's nice. You were taught by the nuns. Oh, I was not taught by nuns. It's not taught by nuns. I was Church of England. Well, I suppose you can have church. You can have Anglican nuns, can't you? Probably. I don't think there's as many Anglican nuns as there are like Catholic nuns, though. But yeah, yes, it was very Church of England. But then my mother was Methodist. But the church we went to when I was like, because it was just the one in our village, was Church of England, which kind of grew up Methodist. And then I think also a bit of Baptist in there as well. I always think the Methodists are the more kind of sane ones, though, because they do the stuff like... There's not as much... Like Methodists, they don't like... You know what? Let's not talk about it. Right, okay. Stuff I have covered, but I don't pickpockets. I mean, I definitely do pickpockets. Swiping things is my speciality.
A respectable talent for robbing those rich bastards blind. Now that we have that settled, just ask away. One point. I don't like blood much. Call me old-fashioned, but the Maker says thou shalt not strangle, decapitate, or whatnot, unless the other fella really had it. I realise sometimes you do what you have to, but restraint. So, what are you interested in?
That's a really good line. I like that. Yeah. So you have a mark for me?
I've got one. Should be easy pickings. 50 silver.
50 silver. Oh, right. So I pay him money and he tells me about the mark. Okay, fair enough.
A lady's maid is in the marketplace. She's wearing bright green. Should be easy to spot. She's got a purse with some of her mistress's ill-gotten gems. Just relieve her of her purse, and then we both come out ahead. Good luck, Warden.
Thank you, love. Has anybody ever gotten the zombie kitten army in Denerim Easter egg? Tell me you are having a laugh, right? You have got to be joking. You're joking, right? Can't really have a zombie kitten army, right? Right? I feel like this is a thing I would have heard about.
Have never seen such a collection of merchants and people before. 'Tis always so.
Oh, that's quite sweet. I quite like the way Morrigan responds to seeing a marketplace for the first time. There's videos on YouTube apparently of a zombie kitten army. Okay. That's a new one on me, love.
I recognise you from
Oh, it's this twat.
Trust his blood. You're a Grey Warden, Duncan's apprentice. You killed my friend and good King Caelan. I demand satisfaction, sir.
Okay, what do you honestly think is the best way of dealing with this guy? Because you can talk him down and be like, you know, make him doubt himself and be like, you know, the Grey Wardens didn't betray the king. You can refuse to duel him, which he gets really, really, really offended by, or you can duel him and kill him. And I can never decide what's like the more moral thing to do, to be honest. I mean, we could try to intimidate him. I don't have the best track record with intimidate options. You're a little distracted, are you, Timothy? You're in the right place, love. Nobody is more distracted than me. Lower your voice or I'll silence it permanently. Against charges against the wardens or fall. Should we try and intimidate him? Because, you know, Dora's ballsy like that.
I am a knight of Ferelden. Your threats do not deter me, sir. An uncommon traitor deserves no common death. We will meet on the field of honor, and my blade shall see justice done. Meet me in the back alley behind the Nod Noble Tavern. There we will duel.
I love how he's all going on about honour and all of this kind of stuff. And honour must be satisfied and all of this kind of stuff. And then he's basically like, yeah, meet me in the back alley and we'll beat each other up. Like this great honourable knight. Okay, very well. If you insist on dying, you'll get your jewel. I won't fight a misled fool. Yeah, sure. I'll never say no to a fight.
Make peace with the Maker, sir. These are your last moments.
Okie dokie. Right. But I've got to go and pickpocket a lady's maid, don't I? Am I meant to be pickpocketing her? I wasn't really listening. Let's actually open big quests up. Denerim. Crime wave, that's it. Rob the maid in the market. You've been told there is a lady's maid in the market wearing a green dress with a pouch of gems belonging to her mistress. She is right before the picking. Okay, we'll do a little quick save. That'll be her. We'll just mosey on up to her.
Alright.
And we got the stealing success. And then we go back and talk to what's his name. I'm assuming we need to go back and talk to what's his name. Do we need to go back and talk to what's his name? We maybe do. Hello.
You're back, eh? One lady's maid groped and pilfered. At least that's how I'd like to imagine it happened. You want something else?
I mean, I don't think I groped her. I don't think Dora's really like that. Do you have any other marks for me?
I got one. Better than the last. One sovereign.
Okie dokie.
I thought you might like this one. Sir Nancy has a fancy and expensive sword. Paid for courtesy of her oppressive taxes on her lands. She's going to be at the wonders of Thedas soon. No doubt figuring new ways to kick her peasants where it hurts. This swipe will be tougher. She's got good eyes, and stealing a sword from a scabbard isn't easy. If you can blend in shadows, that might help. Good hunting to you, Warden.
Alright, love. I don't know where that person is, to be honest. Should we go and fight this idiot in the back alley? Do you know what? I had an idea. I'm gonna run this by you to see if you think it would be funny or not. So you know how YouTubers, like proper YouTubers, have like sponsors? Sometimes. Not all YouTubers, some of them are better than that. But you know, the ones who have sponsors and they'll like start their video and they do the intro to the video and then they go, but first, a quick word from our sponsor. I thought it would be funny if I did like a Dragon Age video and I did the intro. And then I kind of went, but first, a quick word from our sponsor, and it's just this guy.
Dwarven Crafts, direct from Orzammar.
Won't find better. Would that be funny? Because I think that would be funny. No, actually, I wanted to do it with Mass Effect as well. If I ever do like a Mass Effect video, like a tutorial video or something like that, and do like, but first, a quick word from our sponsor, and it's just, I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favourite store on the Citadel. I thought that would be funny. That would be funny? That would be funny, right? I've probably made it not funny by telling you about it. Though, yeah, I probably ruined that a little bit. But I thought that would kind of be funny. It's just a little idea I've got. Right, we'll go and fight this twat. You brought a lot of soldiers. I brought a dog and a witch and a sort of chantry sister who fires arrows. Hello.
Are you ready? I am no savage. I would not take advantage of you.
You would not take advantage of me. Well, that's good to know. Okay, let us fight one-on-one. Is that a good idea? Or should we just say all I see is a fool, everybody get him? That's more of a kind of Dora kind of thing, isn't it? I don't think she's much one for honour, is Dora. Yeah, let's do that.
Coward.
I'm not a coward. I just like living. Right, okay. And I don't feel like Dora would actually do that well against him alone. Having the backup of a mage is definitely useful. If we can get the doggy to do a howl to knock as many of them out as possible. Unfortunately, I've also been knocked out, which isn't good. Oh, Morrigan put him in horror. That's quite nice. Sorry, I'm reading the chat and everybody's dying. It'd be a good idea if we had Win. I'm so used to having Win there, just like healing everybody. I'm kind of forgetting that I have to keep an eye on people's health meters. Morgan, can you just put him in a cone of cold? Because he's annoying me. So Landry has 3 seconds. Can you have 3 seconds? Because surely one of them would be a third, right? Or a fourth. You can have like a second and a third and a fourth, right? Is that not how that works? You have 3 seconds. Right, okay. Oh, somebody died. Was it the doggy? No, the doggy died. Oh, man. Here's a mysterious door. Door opens a crack in response to your knock. There's a light breeze. Like a change in pressure. Present the small painted box. Large shadow nods. A pouch of coins appears in exchange. There we go. That was probably Sarah that we dropped that off to. Yeah, and you hear that giggle? I'm sure that's Sarah. That's Sarah, right? From Inquisition. Friend of Red Jenny, right? It's the giggle that gives it away, man. And also the fact that she says at one point that she was playing with painted red boxes during the blight. Right. We can also have a nip in here to loot some stuff. I froze the hound, did I, Fred? I didn't even notice. Sorry, Fred. I feel like I'm causing Fred a lot of distress with my cruelty to dogs during this Dragon Age playthrough.
Now's better than later.
You know, just more of a cat person, I'll be honest. Okay. Reading the chat, Sarah was getting a terrible haircut. Yeah, well, she does have a bad haircut. I like Sarah though. I know a lot of people don't. I like her. I think she's cool. She feels very normal to me, to Sarah. She's like, she feels like I work with like 5 people who are like Sarah. You know, like she just feels like the kind of person that you would just know in real life. Whereas most like video game characters don't really, because they're video game characters. There's a hooded courier.
My client appreciates your generosity.
Good. I don't know what it is I'm doing for you, but you know, I'm glad I've done it. Yeah, but she just feels like a normal person that you would, you know, meet in real life. And that's kind of what I like about her. Plus, she's got a northern accent, and you don't hear many northern accents, you know, in popular media. So it's always good. Not a Geordie accent. It would be better if it was a Geordie accent. There's a few Geordies in the Witcher games, but they always play thugs and rapists, and it really annoys me. Why are Geordies always like thugs and rapists? It really pisses me off. Anyway, okay, so I believe I've got some Chanter's quests to collect on. Champions of the Just. Ooh, I've got 5 sovereigns. Sister Justine over there. I don't think we need to talk to her yet. We've got some blood mage relatives who we need to, you know, mark the door of. Trying to think, is there another Blackstone Irregulars point somewhere? Because we haven't picked up the quest with the wives yet. I think there is one in the tavern, isn't there? There's Wade's Emporium. We don't need to bother with him yet because we don't have anything for him. Yeah, there's a Blackstone Irregulars thing in here, isn't there? There we go. I'm sure there's one like around here. Yeah, there he is. And notices of death, that's the one. I think that's all of the Blackstone Irregulars points, isn't there? There's the Crimson Oars. We'll come and kick their asses in a minute. Sophie's guard, whoever Sophie is. Lil, if I cannot crack open the chest, then you could definitely not crack open the chest. I am definitely a better lockpickerist than you are.
Now's better than later.
Ooh, Codex on Navarra. How nice. Okay, so I don't know. I can't decide whether I want to spend a bit of time in Denerim or whether I just want to do the Brother Genetivi stuff and then leave again. We could talk to Sergeant what's his name. Did I actually look at that Chanter's board? I don't think I did. Cassandra was from Navarra. Yes, she was. Is she the only Navarran that we kind of meet? There's her, and then there's one of the guys who can train you in Inquisition. I can't think of any other Navarrans off the top of my head. I'd like to go to Navarra, actually. One of the places I would like to go to Navarra, and I would like to go to Ravane in a future Dragon Age game. Those are the two places I would quite like to go. I want to see the what's it called? Is it called the Necropolis or something like that? The big, like, City of the Dead thing in Navarra. I want to see that. That sounds cool to me. That sounds cool. I'll pick that book up.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
There is a black bear, which is quite clearly not black. I feel like it's poor advertising, that. It's false advertising. It's not a black bear. It's a brown bear. Does Fenris count as Tevinter? I think so. Because obviously he was a slave, but I think he was like from Tevinter originally as well, I think. Well, the same in Minrathous, really? I'm not that interested in Minrathous. Which it is probably where we're going to be though, isn't it? I would quite like to see Saharon. I quite like that. Should we talk to this guy? Hello.
You here to report another crime? I swear we should just cordon off the entire district. Oh, can I help you, Warden?
Is the Market District really that bad? How do you know who I am? Yeah, how do you know who I am? Because, like, the Wardens are being hunted, and everybody seems to know that I'm a Warden, and yet nobody really hunts me that much.
Your likeness was passed around to the senior guardsman at the palace. I must say, the sketch didn't do you much justice. But don't worry, even if I believed the official story of what happened at Ostagar, I'm no fool. If I asked my men to apprehend you, they'd all run and cry big sobby tears in their courtesans' bosoms and leave me all alone to be skewered. Don't disturb the peace in the market. That's well enough for me.
I like this guy, he's cool. Okay, yeah, do you need any help?
What? You're serious? I mean, yes, I could use help. I've got a pretty popular establishment that's crawling with mercenaries. If I send my boys in, someone might get, make a forbid, hurt. To explain to their noble fathers that being a guard is actually dangerous.
Okie dokie. What do you need me to do?
The name of the whorehouse is the Pearl. Beat down any mercenaries that are out of line and send them a message. I said beat down, not kill. Let me make that really clear. Not on fire, or exploded, or make a nose, whatever type of grisly death you can dream up. Sorry. Used to giving orders to my boys. Just leave them breathing and I'll be happy.
Okay, sign me up.
Thank you, Warden. Happy hunting.
Okay, should we go to the whorehouse? Do you know what, actually, one of the things that really annoys me about Inquisition is that there is not a brothel. Like, it's not really a Dragon Age game if there isn't a brothel, right? There better be a brothel in Dragon Age 4, I'm telling you, because otherwise I'll be very disappointed. Actually, I am interested in all of your opinions about the sort of rumours coming out that the combat in Dragon Age 4 is going to be much different, that they're moving away from like the tactical style to more of a kind of action-based sort of combat. And when that news first broke and everybody was like kind of freaking out about it, and I was like, I don't really care, because the combat isn't really what I play Dragon Age 4. Like, I don't think, I mean, like, I prefer the combat in Origins over all the other games, but I don't think combat is ever like its strong point in any of the games, really. So, like, I wasn't really that bothered if they move away from like the tactical sort of BioWare style into more kind of action-based combat. I was like, I don't really mind. But then I was thinking, you'd better still have a party. Because if you don't have a party who travel with you, and you don't have like party banter, and you don't have like, you know, companions who are going out with you into the field all of the time, then I'll be pissed off. So I don't really mind them moving away from the tactical combat to more kind of action-based combat, but you'd better have a team with you. Because if you don't have a team, at that point it's not Dragon Age, is it, if you don't have a team with you? But it was just because like people were freaking out about it so much, and I was kind of like, I don't really care so long as the story is good and the characters are good. But then it occurred to me, I was like, I hope that doesn't mean that you don't have a team with you anymore, because that would annoy me. But I don't think they'd be stupid enough to do that, would they? But didn't they already do that with Dragon Age 2? Yeah, but I think they're gonna like completely like move away from the tactical side of things. So it'll be more like playing, say, something like I don't know, something like Assassin's Creed or something like that. I think it would be more kind of that style of combat, rather than having like abilities and things like that on a taskbar at the bottom and things. It would be more like, yeah, playing something like Assassin's Creed is the only thing that comes to mind. Or like Jedi Fallen Order. I've been playing that recently. That kind of combat. Yeah, but it's just like people were freaking out about it so much, and I was like, we don't really play Dragon Age for the combat, do we? I need to tell you your husband's dead. I'm just going to hand her the letter, actually.
Alright, let me take a look.
What? This is terrible. My beloved.
Okay, now she's going to run off and sob, presumably. Right, let's go and have a visit to the Pearl. Has there been a big Assassin's Creed game recently? The last one was Valhalla, which came out, what, a couple of years ago? I've still never finished it. I got stuck on one of the bosses and never went back. Odyssey, though. Oh, I loved Odyssey. That is the only game that I've platinumed on PS4. It's the only game that I've got all of the achievements for. That I gave my life to that game. That game is just so good. I want to do a chill series of that game at some point if I ever finish Oblivion. Should we just go to the Pearl? I don't really want to bother with all the back alleys and stuff yet. Just head to the Pearl. And then they've got they're bringing out another one soonish, aren't they? Which I think is it set in China or somewhere like that? It's set somewhere they haven't been before, I'm sure, like China or Japan or something. I can't quite remember. But they're moving away from the RPG style that they went into with like Origins, Odyssey and Valhalla had more kind of RPG style. I wouldn't really call them RPGs, but I suppose compared to most Assassin's Creed games, they were kind of RPGs. But they're moving away from that and making it more like classic Assassin's Creed, and I'm not really a fan of classic Assassin's Creed, to be honest, so...
Tell your captain that our deal is now ironclad.
Okay, I don't know who my captain is, or like which faction I'm even doing this quest for, but alright, sure.
That scout Kai Long sent you, right? Glad he hasn't forgotten about us. The mercenaries are right there. If you're here about other things, just speak up.
Okay, there's Isabella. Dueling, everybody. Go, Isabella! Go on! Oh, you're amazing, Isabella. I love you so much. You're the best. You're the best, man. You're the best. You've got the wrong voice. But you're the best. Right, we'll talk to Isabella in a minute. These are the people we need to attack, isn't it? Hello!
Turn around and walk, stranger. This affair is for White Falcons only.
By order of the guard, vacate this premises. Who or what are the White Falcons? Time to close shop before there's trouble. The festivities are over. We were told not to kill them, weren't we? Okay, who or what are the White Falcons?
We're the toughest, meanest, and loudest mercenary band from the Free Marches. If you haven't heard of us yet, you will soon. Now get out.
Okay, yeah, time to close shop before there's trouble.
Get a load of this guard. You're telling us what to do?
I mean, I've got a very big dog. Does that, like, you know... does that contribute to your decision at all? That's exactly what I'm telling you to do now. Go. Nobles want solid, reliable soldiers. No. Riffraff. I'm going to try the intimidate option, even though I'm historically not very good at it.
You aren't no common guard. You're with all How, aren't you? Men, let's clear out. Don't want to get on Logain's bad side, do we?
Tell Kylon I owe him one.
Okay, that worked apparently. I like to think it was the giant dog who's almost as tall as me standing next to me that, you know, made that happen. I talked to Isabella. Now, luckily, I already have Duelist, so I don't actually need to unlock Duelist with her. We can just have a little chat. Hello, Isabella.
Ah, the Grey Warden. And I had heard that all the Ferelden Wardens were killed or exiled from this place. Oh, don't look so surprised. I've seen many of your kind in my journeys, and there is always something odd about you. But, Grey Warden or no, it is refreshing to see another woman who answers to no one.
Okay, I should really have... Does she stay here after you've talked to her, or does she disappear? Because I really should have waited until I had Severin with me. We could have had a sexy threesome. Still held accountable for my actions. I'm pleased to be you too. Don't compare me to yourself to me. I'm glad you approve. Yeah, I'm glad you approve.
Now, what can I do for you, my dear?
Your fighting skills are impressive.
I assume you saw that little drama, and none of these poor brutes has ever proven a match for me. They are too clumsy and predictable. I fight with quickness and wit, rather than with brute force and strength. I call myself a duelist because I honed my skills in duels with warriors I encountered over the years.
Okay, could I duel you? Because I am a duelist as well.
As I said, it is better to avoid being hit, and it is best not to get into fights at all.
Okay. Thing is, I don't need her to teach me what she knows. But you can still go through the process of that conversation where you either play cards with her or you sleep with her. I think those are the two options, and then she like teaches you how to be a duelist, even if you've already got duelist unlocked. I might just leave for now, though.
I can see you're busy. Perhaps later then?
Because if we come back with Severin, we can have sexy times. You can actually have a foursome with her, Severin and Liliana if you follow a specific series of events. I think you... I can't remember if you actually have to be in a relationship with Liliana or not, but I know she has to be hardened throughout the course of her personal quest. Because a softened Liliana won't do it, but I can't remember if you do have to be in a romance with her or not. I can hear a cat. What? What's the matter? What's up? What's up? Eh? What's the matter? What? What? Oh, you're not coming up here. No. You're not coming up here. Stay down there. You can never beat Isabella at the card game. You need to have Severin with you. If you have Severin with you, he helps you beat her somehow, but I can't remember how. I think you might be able to do it on your own, like if your cunning is high enough, maybe. But yeah, if you to be honest, I never go down the card route. I pretty much just always sleep with her, regardless of what character I'm playing or who I'm in a romance with or anything. Like you know, whoever you're with doesn't need to know. Because it doesn't actually like jeopardize your relationship so long as your lover isn't in the party. So like if you're romancing Alistair, for example, I think he will go for a threesome if you've hardened him, but he won't if he's still softened. I realise that sentence sounds interesting, but like say if you just like don't bring him with you and you sleep with Isabella, you'll never find out. Like there'll be no repercussions or anything. So yeah, but yes, if you want to beat her at the card game, I know one of the ways of doing it is to take Severin with you and he'll like help you beat her. But I can't remember if you could do it on your own. Magpie has no time for cards when Isabella is involved. To be fair, I mean it's just easier sleeping with her, isn't it? What's the password? Oh, I haven't actually found that poster yet. So, should we just leave? We'll come back later. How long have we been going for? Nearly 3 hours. I'll tell you what, we'll go and do... Actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to take a very quick break. Sorry, I just forgot what save was there for a minute. Put that screen on and then hang on a minute. If I put my kitten break screen on, there we go. And I shall be back in about 5 or 10 minutes. And then I think we'll go and do Jenna TV and then we'll probably wrap up for today. Unless we want to do maybe a few more little side quests in Denver. We'll see what I feel like, but I'll be back in like 5-10 minutes, something like that. What? What's the matter? What are you speaking about? What? What? Eh? Right, I am back. I am back. Okie dokie. So, figure out how to actually get the flipping game back. There we go. Is that gone back to the game? I hope that's gone back to the game. Hang on, I need to wait until the stream catches up. Catch up, stream. Catch up. There we go. Right, okay. What are we doing? We are going to go and get Genevieve, aren't we? We're going to get Genevieve. We're going to go and break into Genevieve's house, as you do. Are we about to get jumped? I feel like we're about to get jumped. Yay, we're about to get jumped.
I was hoping I'd find you. I heard about the Pearl. I don't know how, but you got them to leave with no fuss at all. The Pearl's workers will...
Nobody gives orders to my men but me. A little lesson in respect is in order.
I see. Don't bother sparing these louts. Things are about to get messy.
Okay, so now I can kill everybody. Obviously it had to end in death. It's Dragon Age and it always does. Okay. You know, I feel a bit naked without Win. Just always having her there in the background healing everybody up is like really good, but yeah, not having her here is a bit crap. We do have a lot of God friends. I'm going to turn the volume down a little bit because I don't know if you can hear me or not. Reading the chat while I'm doing the fighting. It's a terrible idea, I really shouldn't do that because people end up dying because I'm not paying attention. I'm gonna let Doggy do a bit of a howl actually. Oh, Doggy's got a cracked skull! Oh no! That'll be from when he died in the alley. Oh, he's got a cracked skull! That's no good at all. Oh dear, he's a bit dead, isn't he? I don't think he can actually die though. Because he needs to give us more quests later on. I think all of his men have died. Oh dear. All the godsmen have died.
And people actually voluntarily attack you. Are they just stupid? Here's the payment I promised. I might have more work if you're interested. But I'm heading back to the market district. Back alleys are just too dangerous for me.
Okay, you know you're living in a rough city when the back alleys are too dangerous for the flipping guards whose entire job it is to, like, keep people safe. We'll loot all of these people. Good old Christoph, but not that Christoph. It's a different Christoph. We'll head back to the market district. Oh, hang on, we have to do the journey again. That means we might get jumped again. That's not fair. Especially not since we have to, like, skirt all the way around the marketplace to get back into it, apparently. Right. Let's go and break into Genevieve's house. We still haven't found that guy that we're supposed to pickpocket. Unless he's hanging out in the tavern, he might be. Stick our little heads in here. Hello, Waylon.
Yes. What are you doing here?
I am looking for Brother Genevieve.
Brother Genevieve? Why?
I heard about the urn of sacred ashes. He found Andraste's ashes. I would like to speak to him about his research. Yeah, let's not give too much away. We'll just say we'll speak to him about his research.
His research? Ah, you mean his search for Andraste's ashes? He was on the trail of the urn of sacred ashes, yes. Whether he found it, the Maker only knows. I haven't seen Brother Genevieve in weeks. He sent no word. It's so unlike him. I'm afraid something has happened. Genevieve's research into the urn may have led him into danger.
Okay, why would searching for the urn lead him into danger?
Perhaps the urn has been lost for a reason. I pray for Genevieve's safety, but hope dwindles with each passing day. I tried to send help, but some knights came from Redcliffe looking for him not long ago. I sent them after Genetivi, and they too have disappeared.
Okay. I must go after them. I need the urn. Could use cunning and go, how do you know they disappeared?
Well, they haven't returned, and they sent no word either.
Maybe they took Genetivi back to Redcliffe. Oh, you're so close to the knights. Why send you word? That's a good point.
I don't know. After what happened to Genetivi, can you blame me for thinking the same thing could happen to the knights? Perhaps I am just a pessimist. I hope I am wrong.
Okay. So where did they go?
No, don't ask me where they went. You'll go after them. And what if ill luck should befall you too? This search is a curse on all of us. Some things are not meant to be found. I know that now.
I mean, I can handle it. I'm a big girl. You know, metaphorically, not physically. Oh, I quite like that. Oh, just tell me before I lose my patience.
All right, all right. All he said before he left was that he would be staying at an inn near Lake Kalinard, investigating something in that area.
Now, you can at this point just go, yes, I shall go there immediately. And you can actually go to Lake Kalinard, at which point you get jumped by cultists. And you kill the cultists, and then you come back and confront this guy. Or, we should be able to see through his lies. Yeah, what was he investigating?
I don't know. All I discovered from going through his research was that he was staying at the inn.
But you just said that he spoke to you and told you that.
Yes, of course he told me, but I also went through his things to see if I could find other clues to his whereabouts.
Yes, you sound nervous.
I know it sounds suspicious, but I swear I'm not lying. It's been a very difficult time for me, and sometimes I don't know what to think or feel. I want Genetivi to be rescued, but I don't want more people to be hurt. You understand, don't you?
I'm a big girl, metaphorically could be this channel's motto. To be fair, I am quite a big girl. I mean, I'm short, but I'm round. I don't know why I keep trying to intimidate people. Like, people are so obviously not intimidated by Dora. I think it's worked like maybe once or twice. I don't know, should we go to Lake Kalinard? I mean, we could. It's not something that I do very often. We could just say, I don't know if I should trust you.
You do not have to trust me. My conscience is clear. Follow in Genetivi's footsteps if you must, but be careful.
Okay, yeah, apparently, like, Dora is so bad at intimidating people, I can't even, like, see through his deception like I normally can. In fact, I don't think I've ever actually failed at that conversation, to be honest. Although we can, at this point, go into the back room and discover Wayland's body, like the real Wayland. And we'll realise that, you know, something is afoot. I think we might actually go to Lake Kalinard, though, because I just don't do that very often. Right, okay, we are at, like, nearly 3 hours. I can hear the cats running around in the background. I think we'll wrap this up for now. Next time, I think we might hang out in Denham for a bit longer. Do like some of the side quests and whatnot, talk to some people, just kind of hang around, do some stuff, and then we might head to Lake Kalinard and have that fight, and then come back and confront Wayland and do all of that. I don't know if I actually want to do Haven next. Or, tell you what, we'll go and read this poster while we're here, so that we can get through that door in the brothel. Don't believe the lies, friends of the Grey Wardens, assemble! The hidden pearl holds the key to resistance. The griffins will rise again. Yes. Yes, I don't know if I actually want to do Haven next, or if I want to maybe do the elves. Or even Orzammar, possibly. Oh, I kind of want to leave Orzammar till last, maybe. But then the trouble with that is, it means you don't get Ogren until quite late on. Maybe it would be better to actually do Orzammar next. And then do Haven. Or the Elves, and then Haven. I don't know, we'll think about it. Point is, we'll wrap it up here. Yeah. I like to try and draw out these outros because I know people like to, you know, say goodbye in the chat and whatnot. I don't think it's been our largest crowd this live stream, but you know, we have been away for 2 weeks, so it's kind of understandable. Hopefully there'll be no more breaks like that now that I've got my internet sorted. So we shall be back at 3:30 on Tuesday, as normal. Yeah, kind of run out of things to say, really, don't I? I can hear those cats running around in the background, I swear to God. It's because I've kept them in because it's raining, so I've not let them go outside, and they just kind of, they get a bit stir crazy and they just sort of start chasing each other around the flat. I'm gonna keep walking past this guy just to trigger him.
Won't find better.
Okay, so. Oh, good stream today. Thank you very much, Common Misconception. Yeah, so we shall wrap that up there for today. And I shall see you on Tuesday at 3:30 GMT. I swear to God, those cats, what the fuck are they doing? Jesus Christ. I shall leave you with... What should I leave you with? I'll leave you with a view of the marketplace, I think. I'll leave you with this beautiful, beautiful view of the marketplace. Yeah, and I shall see you again on Tuesday.